Welcome to Two Nerds and an Actor.
What's up?
Special video. It's exciting. I don't know how many videos we've done. Is this our fourth one? Third one?
That we've released, not our mixtape ones?
Yeah, no, not like.
Oh yeah, nah.
special.
We don't want those. We want those smack
We just
DVDs.
make that sound like it was something sexual. It's wrong.
Oh, I didn't even go that route.
Yeah, not those.
Me either.
yeah, I was not thinking
That's
that.
what it sounded like. Okay.
Dead
No
nut.
people listening could have thought that. Or watching, because you can see our faces. If you're looking at us, my hair is blue. I made it blue for this special episode.
Shout out to our colorblind audience members.
Well, I am here with my nerd flares.
Oh,
Like Santana.
Flayers.
Oh, flare.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm the slim flare. That's what I am.
And France Jerome.
That is France, the hair flare.
Ah.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. I like it.
I'm your demigod.
Oh,
I'm going to say God.
well then.
Dog.
We know whose show this is.
Aisha Jordan.
Okay, comrade.
So, I feel like, from season 2.
You got that?
Cool. Next in elections, got you.
I got that.
But as you can tell, we're going to talk about Stranger Things. And if you're watching, as you can also tell, we're going to talk about Spider-Man because I'm wearing a Spider-Man shirt.
Yes.
I got this at Target.
You're working the
That's why my hair is blue. And then I'm wearing pink earrings, but pretend they're red.
So you're a fan.
Well, okay. I mean, we'll get into it.
Spider fan.
I like Tom Holland. Anyways.
Audience, I think they know your
I think they know.
your fondness of Toms.
Yeah, the Tom.
Your tomfoolery.
But not the Tom shoes. That's weird.
No.
Just
Hey,
wow.
look, Tom McCann's. Tom
Take a
McCann's.
shot.
That's the guy's
Oh, no, that's
No, I'm just
the
going
OG joint.
back.
Tom McCann.
Y'all know
Wow,
about that.
y'all know about
Hush
that.
puppies. Y'all know about that.
Unless y'all was at Payless. Y'all don't know about that. 'Cause that's where I
Wow.
was, and that's where I got them.
Okay.
All right.
Well, we're going to do our no spoilers review of Stranger Things and Spider-Man Far From Home.
Yeah.
We're going to do our Spoilae right after that. And then we're going to talk about a couple trailers. Because, Mulan is coming. And so is Charlie's Angels.
Yo.
So I don't think there's ever going to be an original movie again.
No, it's a
No,
wrap.
no.
We folded into a nostalgic pocket dimension. It's
Yes.
over.
Literally.
All the circles are full now.
Yeah. And then there's going to be third ones of them too. It's going to be 10 years again. They're going to be we're do it again.
One more.
In
One more
5D.
time. Because isn't there Jungle Book? No, that was Mowgli. That one.
I mean,
Where's the Jungle Fever remake?
What?
the Jungle
Might be
Fever remake.
inappropriate.
Where's it at? Wait, they could make it modern sensibilities, you know?
Right.
Wait, I
right.
can't even.
I don't think the term jungle fever can be modern
I mean,
sensibilities.
they can find a way.
Yo.
They have to use different races. So.
All I can see now is oh, yo, this is so OG.
This is what you get for hesitating after the word jungle.
Well, I was it wasn't Jungle Book. I was thinking about Jumanji because they're in a jungle. And then I said Jungle Book. I don't know. Anyways, I'm drinking rosé. That's my life. I know that.
Sip.
All right. So we're going to get into some
Glug.
nerdy leaks first. Oh, I got to be sure not to put the microphone right in front of my
Picture of
face.
Spider-Man.
Because that was that was the issue. We're trying to take pictures, and I was like,
Boom,
microphone
ba-dum,
in my
boom, boom, boom.
face. All right, so first on the news, there's going to be a black Ariel. A black Little Mermaid.
Starting there, huh?
Yeah. I mean, okay, when it came out, I was like, oh, all right. I mean, I like that girl. She sings really good, so, the songs will be great. She's going to have to dye her locks red.
She's signed to Beyonce, right?
Yeah, she is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not Beyonce's label to
You can-
Beyonce.
You can tell when the influence from Beyonce is there because they sound just like her sometimes.
Oh, wow.
They're I
They-
think,
they
are they
do-
twins?
I don't think Chloe and Haley are twins.
Well, on the show Grownish, which they are on because I watch, they are twins. They play twins, but I don't know if they're actually twins. They might be. They might be fraternal twins because they're not identical.
I know
Cool.
her. Doing
Anyway.
the job.
I guess other people are mad about it, but I haven't read any of those things.
Where have you been?
What?
I know. Apparently, everyone's mad. I literally haven't read anything that said like racist stuff. I've heard nothing.
This I have to say,
Yo.
unfortunately, backlash and retorts and just this topic of the Black Ariel, like, overshadowed like the Women's World Cup.
Yeah.
In terms of like traffic
Coverage.
and coverage.
What?
Yes.
But the women won.
Congrats.
And congrats.
They did the damn thing.
Yeah. To
Again.
Rapinoe and crew.
But they're not getting paid more than the men. I still don't understand.
But that chant, so they won, and the whole crowd is chanting equal pay,
Yeah.
equal pay. I was like, that was gangster.
I'm not even for equal pay. They should get more.
They should get more.
Dead
They are
ass.
the reason American soccer even.
Right?
But you know what? Black Ariel.
Yeah,
okay.
bring it back.
Okay.
Bring it back.
Because
Bring
I
it
don't
back.
think she could play for them.
I don't think she
Oh,
plays
she-
soccer.
well, be a
If
fish out
Mariah
of
Carey
water.
can do the bottle cap challenge thing,
Mariah Carey.
she did the bottle cap with her,
No,
her
she
voice.
didn't.
She did it with her voice.
That's true.
I'm s-
What, Ariel's
No.
hitting penalty kicks with
No.
a voice?
Oh, God!
Get that thing up off the field. It's illegal.
no. Why did she do that? Anyway,
They mad, Aisha. The internet.
people are mad.
The
Okay.
internet's mad. You got
Yeah.
people posting like these scientific takes on how a mermaid can't possibly
Be
be
black.
black, and the
What?
motherfuckers is like, well,
A
mermaids
mermaid.
don't exist.
They're not even real.
And there was a black mermaid and Little Mermaid too,
This doesn't make any sense.
and
So
nobody said
sad.
anything.
This is like when everybody was mad about what's his name, Finn in Star Wars. They're
Oh,
like, how
yeah.
dare there be a black man here? He's like, okay, so you have like Jabba the Hutt. He's like crazy, weird aliens, but you can't have a black person.
Word, you got him out here not force choking Leia.
What?
You remember he had on a chain? You like
Yeah.
on a choke chain?
Yeah.
She
Oh
pulls it.
yeah,
mean,
And then she turns the tables on him like,
right.
Lando could have been a stormtrooper,
oh my God.
you know,
Oh, he was too charismatic though.
That's true.
I don't want to shoot these people.
and he wouldn't miss.
Oh my god.
He would not miss.
Listen. Back to the issue at
Black
hand.
Ariel.
So I was like, when I heard about it, I mean, I didn't think about the racism because I was like, yeah, of course people are gonna be mad, but like, I didn't see any of those things.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, who's gonna be Prince Eric? Because that's gonna be another racial
You went right
thing.
to that.
I did. Oh, is she gonna be with a white dude? Is that what's gonna happen?
My concern was Sebastian. I'm gonna be
I know.
honest.
Who is it?
I'm gonna be honest. I really want Sebastian to be like Caribbean or something.
Yeah. What was that one they wanted to be?
I
Sean
want that.
Paul?
Nah,
Or
Beanie
they,
Man.
They wanted to be Beanie Man. The crab dem sugar.
What he up to?
Like, I'll take
I'm like, what is he doing?
Listen, I mean,
When they cast Aquafina, I thought Aquafina was going to be
No,
Sebastian.
Aquafina is gonna be the seagull.
But
I'm
yeah,
not
so-
joking. That's not a joke.
oh, for real?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's gonna be Scuttle.
Okay. I'm all right.
Scuttle had a Brooklynese accent. She's from Queens.
Sure. I'm all
She's a
right.
bird.
I'm okay with that if
That's-
that's a real
they're
thing.
making
I'm
her
just
a
saying I am okay with that. But you see, okay, so you went straight Prince Eric. I
did.
went Sebastian, and then I went Ursula.
Yeah.
Because-
With Melissa McCarthy, apparently.
Yeah.
Really, that's official.
No,
Yeah.
it's not official.
What you talking about official?
What? She accepted it?
official.
All right.
How
It's
official do it have to be
encyclopedia
other than?
term.
But I was like, okay, y'all mad now. Wait till you're smart enough to understand the undertones of having a white villain stealing the voice
Oh,
of
yeah,
a black
of a
character
black-
I mean,
so
A
that
young
they
black
sound
girl.
better. I mean, music
Shoot,
industry
and trying to
snipe.
take her man. That's awkward.
Oof, okay, well,
That's what happens. She goes to marry
what's
him.
that movie with Idris?
What?
oh, the one with
Charlie?
Beyonce. Wait,
Yeah, with Beyonce in it.
What?
Remember?
like rocks are crazy. No.
No.
Oh.
When the bow breaks. No.
No.
I can't
No,
remember.
no, but it was something like that type of movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like the
Yeah.
white girl tried to take Beyonce's man. Maybe
Yeah,
see all the
what was
circles are full. Do you
Yeah,
see? You
this
see
is
where this is
terrible.
going?
Well, what? Terry Crews wants to be King Triton?
He came out and was like in social media, like, "Pfft, I'll be King Triton.
I mean, I
I
would watch
mean-
that. And then I said if they didn't get him, they should get Idris
I'd
Elba.
rather get Idris.
That would
Or,
be great, right?
or if Jaimin didn't throw away his Shazam getup, he can just hop over.
Yes.
Like,
Wow. Just be the
He could do
same
that.
same makeup.
I'm about
Push
that.
him in water.
Just put him in water. Give him a crown.
I'm still like, who is Prince Eric? I think maybe it should be an Indian guy.
Maybe they'll make it a girl.
Oh, I don't think they'll go that far.
Princess Erica? No, they won't go that far. Too
I
much
would
representation.
love that.
Too
but,
much?
You know,
This ain't the one.
Disney's the one that was like, you know, Captain Marvel apparently isn't in a lesbian relationship with the Rambo girl.
Right.
Apparently, they don't have a love child. But, you know.
Melissa McCarthy has not signed on officially.
Okay.
Good.
Heavy
Good.
talks, but it's like
Well,
but-
a lot of people are like,
Can she sing?
Ursula should be black.
Huh?
Yeah, can she sing?
Can she sing?
Exactly.
Like I don't know if she can.
I don't know. I feel like
Poor
strangely,
Unfortunate Souls. Can she sing Poor Unfortunate Souls?
You're assuming.
So,
I'm
like,
saying
you can sing, but if
I
you
wanted
can't
her to
sing,
get cast, and then they still have Titus Burgess.
Titus!
Just lip sync.
Are we gonna just gender
Titus.
swap?
How you gonna have lip syncing in Little Mermaid? Don't you think that's a little bit heavy?
Yeah, that was
That's a little bit
Uh,
too over
wait,
the
whose
top.
voice is this?
If it's Melissa McCarthy and then it's Titus like Poor Unfortunate Souls.
That would be hilarious.
I'm like, oh, she stole it already. Like she already stole it.
I mean, they could just get Christina Aguilera. Oops.
Well, wait.
Oh my
Wait.
God. No.
Maybe it'd be
I
better
would throw
if
up.
she can't sing, but then after she
She
steals the
sings
voice,
then she can.
then
sing.
But then,
she can
but then
sing.
we have to listen to like a crappy Poor Unfortunate Souls.
that's
That
fine.
song is so good.
Listen,
For context,
Listen, if you haven't already, watch Lizzo do it. She put a video of herself
Oh,
completely
yeah.
painted in purple and like a wig and everything and sang it. And I was like,
she did that.
I vote her.
She did that.
She did.
She definitely did that.
Everyone's like, okay, then Ursula needs to be black. So sorry, Melissa McCarthy.
I don't know.
I think she would be funny, but like,
They're mad at Black Ariel. They're mad at this font.
it's cool.
Salu.
So
Thanks.
all right.
Life
Well,
finds a way.
He's allergic to good lighting.
nice, right?
He's
I was gonna say I
photosensitive.
set this lighting up.
Good job. Good job. Angles.
Angles, you know. All right. Well, we'll see. Whatever casting comes out next, Prince Eric.
It doesn't. I don't know if it matters anymore. This is already like sending shockwaves.
Well, at least they could save some money on the promo.
Yeah.
They already
They
got
should
it.
just get everybody from like Moana to move over. So then like King Triton would be like The Rock, and then the crab would be Jermaine.
I want the Scorpion King to be King
He's
Triton.
always a king.
Lin-Manuel is actually like producing, so let's see how it goes.
Okay.
All right.
yeah,
Oh, okay.
We'll see. We didn't seem as excited about that.
I'm like, all right, okay.
Or he's writing lyrics out here. That's what he does.
I mean, wait, why do we need
Fuck
to
lyrics.
write lyrics?
Yeah,
There's
we got them
the
already.
songs are already there.
It kind of spells itself out.
Maybe
Oh,
they
God.
take the Speechless song and
Oh.
give
God.
that to Ariel. That's too deep.
I mean, I can't.
Deep cuts.
All right. So we're gonna jump right into it because wait, no, there was the other breaking news.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking news.
Oh, right before we went on air.
Like legit, yeah.
Yeah, like literally, this just came in. This just in. I'm sorry, I
Yeah.
said that wrong. This just in.
Yeah.
With HBO Max is
Yeah.
about to be a streaming service.
Yeah.
Besides the fact that they already have one called HBO Now
And another
And
one
Go.
called
and Go,
Yeah.
we're gonna have Max, which is gonna be different.
Yeah, it's HBO and Cinemax together, so you can get your
So you
softcore.
get the
On the
softcore
go.
right
No.
there, whenever you
It's-
need it.
It's Warner Media trying to like, what is the word I'm looking for?
Conglomerate,
Consolidate.
That one,
Consolidate.
those words.
merge.
Merge.
They both start with con. They're trying to con all
of
their
us.
stuff into
Everyone.
one place, and that includes their HBO stuff and their DC stuff and other
Mhm.
Warner Brothers
Is this
stuff.
AT&T's fault?
Are they Warner Media?
No,
Yeah,
they own
they own
HBO.
But do they own Warner Media?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I don't know how that works, but whatever.
Viacom.
The point. No.
Oh my god.
The point is, they're
fingers.
putting all their digital stuff together into one umbrella. So, I mean, for folks that invested or were hoping that DC Universe would have a long, fruitful time in the digisphere, its
No.
days are probably numbered.
Womp.
Okay,
womp.
but you were like, this means that the DCU deal would not like be a thing anymore. Why is that?
What? You mean DC Universe?
Yeah.
Well, because why would they compete with themselves? Like, if you're gonna come out with HBO Max that has DC content on it,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the HBO Go and Now are their way more successful Warner Media related digital platforms.
Right.
So why have folks pay a separate fee for DC Universe, which we already speculated is struggling as is?
Yeah.
Why do that when you could just bring that over to this bigger thing and do a better job of competing with like Hulu and Netflix and especially the Disney Plus service that is to come?
Jeez.
Yeah.
This is way too much. This is just gonna.
I think it's good though because it's you don't have, it's not two separate things. Like you were maybe a little curious about DC Universe offerings, right? A little bit.
Yeah. No, I wanted
definitely.
to see.
So now they'll just bring that over to HBO Max.
But then I have to get HBO Max.
But what would you rather do? Pay $15 for HBO Max and all that shit, or the $7 for just the DC Universe stuff?
Right. But wait, if I have HBO already, do I get HBO?
That's a good
Max?
question. That I don't know. Like maybe it'll replace HBO Now.
Right.
And it'll just
That
expand
would be better. I would
for the same price. I don't know.
I mean, that makes sense.
I mean, they're gonna get their hours if they do that. I just watched Young Justice alone again. I'm like, I'm in here.
Right.
See, I'm almost like everyone's hating on CBS All Access, which I am as well.
I don't even know if
But,
enough people know about it to hate it.
It
Everyone's
exists,
like, I'm
people.
not buying that. But the new Picard thing is gonna be on there. Everything is on the.
Ow.
See how frustrating it is. And you're like, I don't want to pay. What is it, like $5.99? No, I think it's like $10.
What, for CBS All Access?
CBS
Maybe
All
it's
Access?
$8.99.
Oh, they pushing it.
$8.99?
We out here talking
It's
stupid.
either
stupid.
$5.99.
$8.99.
Because
know,
like
Netflix
Netflix is close to that price, the base level
is.
one. How the hell they dare?
Yo, Netflix be like changing their prices. One time we got kicked out. They're like, you have too many people on your Netflix. And I was like, what do you mean? I pay money. And they're like, you need to pay more now.
You can't be sharing it with like 12 people.
I know.
11 max.
Also, someone tried to hack into our Netflix. Yeah, they're like, blah, 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 just tried to sign in. And then we saw their name come up. You know, it has like all the people's things like, boop, boop,
Yeah,
boop.
the little icons.
And then it was some random
Some
fucking
rando.
one. And I was like,
I was like, yo, who
what
you?
the hell is this?
Deleted.
We had to delete it and then change our password. I was like, yo, people trying to take my Netflix. Anyway,
I'm trying to take the Netflix.
can't have that on HBO Max.
Nah, B.
All right. So we're going to go into our no spoilers review now. I wish we had a no spoilers thing.
A drop?
Yeah.
You need drops.
Drops.
need drops.
Don't mess it up.
What?
Drop.
All right. This is what I feel like this is going to be easy. Was it Spider-Man, Stranger Things?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Easy peasy.
What are we starting with?
We're going to start with Stranger Things.
Oh,
Okay. We're going to start with Stranger Things.
Season 3.
Season 3.
I love the intro.
I just realized for those not watching us, they might be wondering what that sound was on the mic about a minute ago. That was my glasses hitting the microphone.
Oh,
as I tried to tilt my head forward in
that was
disappointment.
a drop.
To mic.
It was a drop. Yes.
Ugh.
It was a mic drop.
Face mic.
Okay, so Stranger Things Season 3, there's 8 episodes, which I thought there was going to be more episodes.
Remember we speculated.
Yeah.
10,
Right.
9, 8.
Yeah, and then like,
They did it.
oh, they did do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was like, they did do it.
They better not make season 4 or 7. I'll be tight.
Let's just keep it. 8 is where it stops. Someone was saying there was going to be 7 seasons.
No, I actually read today the season 4 might be the last
The
one.
last one.
Yeah.
That would make sense to me.
It'd be cool. They stressed the plot a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I liked it. You know, it felt like a completely different series to me. Not like,
Really?
well, not different series, different story. Because it was like everything is still like, you know, the
The kids are older now,
mind
folks.
flare thingy. The kids are fucking adults. They're
Justin's
like
head,
wearing
his legs
short
was mad
shorts.
hairy. I'm like, bro, he's
Yo,
out here.
his legs were mad hairy.
He's like, I just came back from summer camp.
Yeah.
That's in the trailer, so it's not
Yeah,
a
that's
spoiler.
not. No, you knew that. Yeah,
It's
everybody's
mad
like
deep.
mad tall, and then like Will's bowler cut. I'm like, all right, okay,
Yeah.
you're like 17 now.
Yeah.
Can we stop
Listen,
this?
Joyce Byers is. We're still working at the spot that all he can afford is a bowl right now. He can't get a
Yeah.
Caesar.
I was like, this is ridiculous. Last season, his hair was getting cut in every single shot. It was like crooked, and then it was like back, and I was like,
Times are
crooked again.
rough at the Buyer House.
I mean, yeah, it's true.
Yeah. But season 3, if you liked season 1 and 2, it's still more to like. A lot of callbacks in this season.
Yeah.
I would say way more than 2.
It was like callbacks to other things.
Oh, sure.
There's homages. There's
Yeah.
every version of homage exists.
Yeah.
Homage to itself, to other things, influence on these things.
Which I feel were more subtle the first 2 seasons, and this season
one was just like,
They went in.
Yes.
where we're going, we don't need
we know you
roads.
love the 80s,
Yeah.
and they just ran with that.
To
you
be
know?
fair, I was down because every outfit Elle was wearing,
You want it, yeah.
I want it.
Yeah.
You knew when you saw it. You're like,
Yes.
Aisha wants all these
Yeah.
outfits.
Yes,
You
I
have-
did.
I was like,
kind of
so
have
upset.
that yellow and blue one.
No, I want that black one.
The one that she picked, that she ended up
Yeah,
picking,
that like that's her
with
style.
the suspenders.
I was like, I don't know if you know, that's my style.
They knew. They knew who the demographic
yeah,
was.
but they know that they're in the 80s, and there's a lot of remember this. Like
Yeah.
there's literally remember this moments almost in every episode.
Yeah.
But
Yes.
I enjoyed
It was fun.
I enjoyed it.
It was disgusting.
Oh
I
yeah,
will say that. It was.
It was the most
so
gory season.
disgusting.
yeah, that's true.
I'd be like eating because like I'm not used to Stranger Things being the thing I can't eat to,
Yeah,
and I was like, I can't.
you know
can't
that's
finish
so
it.
weird. I had the same experience.
It was like, where's this coming from?
It's getting to walk. It got to Walking Dead levels.
Oh my god. Well, it was still like
Yes,
it was still like cartoony ish because you're like, well,
They
it
kept
was,
raising the stakes. It was like it was started out really cartoony, and then every episode just got a little more gory, a little more gory. Here's a little more. Here's a little more. Here's a little more.
Yes,
Yeah.
think Walking Dead and a magic bullet, a ninja bullet, magic. You know those things.
Ah!
I was like, what do you mean? Oh god.
Just think of that.
Yeah, it's like, and then like you were pulsing at first, and then you go to like 1, 2, and then you're just like 3. We're just
Yeah.
blending this.
They just go for it.
They really do.
Yeah.
But that's the series maturing along with the audience.
Oh,
And the children.
It was like 2 years, between seasons.
true.
It was.
Actually,
That's why I was like, whatever happens next season, they need to like time jump. These kids are like in college, and it's like still following them or
Right,
something.
right.
it. No,
The kids that survive.
Oh.
So you think that'll be a spoiler, but you don't even know.
Yeah, you don't know if I'm
You
telling
don't
you
know anything.
if I'm full of shit or not.
Thoroughly enjoyed how they play with culture in this one.
Like 80s culture.
The culture in general, almost. Because there's the
Like American culture.
it was
like
all
the fireworks?
a lot of slices of Americana get played against each other in this
Yes.
one, and I was like, ooh, which was cool because of the age we live in now.
Mm-hmm.
It actually was able to transcend
Yeah.
the 80s. It was
Yeah, some
Yeah.
political
Props.
intrigue.
I think it was a solid story. I loved, and like, no, I guess that's a spoiler.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get to that.
We'll get to that later.
We'll get to it. But it's still a fun series, even though it's less episodes. I will say that they paced it well.
Mm-hmm.
So there weren't moments where I felt like, damn, why just make it 8 if you're going to?
definitely.
Yeah, there weren't a lot of that.
It turned up the tension a lot.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah.
It was so much. Oh, sometimes you'd be like, oh my god, what are they gonna do? What's gonna happen? Oh my god.
I will say this, and I told this to my coworker. Oh, hey, drink.
Yep.
Hopper is like the most annoying character this year. That's how I felt.
Well, we lost a viewer. Bye, Al.
No, listen, Al, I love Hopper. Just like I wanted him to shut up most of the episodes.
Most of the episode.
All right.
It just was like,
All right.
can I fast forward you?
All right. I respect your opinion.
I wish he messed up
mean-
his auditions. Like,
What? No, I still love him. It was just like, oh my god, blah 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 blah. But we'll talk about it more.
Word that I hated so well. I love you, but blah, 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 blah.
Yeah. That's,
What was I gonna say though about this season? One thing I'm disappointed with is that for a show, I was waiting 3 seasons for this, and this one is probably the most rewatchable for this reason. But we mentioned the 80s nostalgia being in there. There's a lot of stuff that you can go back and rewatch, try to catch them all. But I don't think they do enough of that. They were too in your face with it this time
Yeah.
around. And I feel like a show like this, if it was written maybe a little bit more sophisticatedly, or at least the shots,
yeah.
they could have taken advantage, because Netflix could really use reusable things
yeah.
because you're gonna lose The Office. And this is a series that unfortunately it's great, but it's not very rewatchable. It's not. You can just watch
you
it
get through
once
it
and
and
you're
it's-
good.
Yeah. That's
Which
true.
is that's so complicated because like I know the Duffers are like such aficionados at what they do.
Right.
Like they are film buffs, they're culture buffs, they're nostalgia buffs. As like the one hitter quitter is kind of like that's like a sign of doing it well,
Right.
Yeah.
but it's not sustainable for a Netflix's model. Although they got a million other things you can rewatch, but
Right.
And it made sense that the next season would be the last one after you watch it. You're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, because there's money in the show. You see it, like the special effects.
yo,
Yo, I was like, ooh, the budget is up.
I tell you what,
at
though.
the opening,
Yeah, in the opening.
I tell you what, though. This season, though, if I had to pick a weak point for me, would be the music. Like I felt like if they were heavy-handed with anything, it was the music most of all this season.
definitely,
I felt like it was more organically weaved into the other two seasons
Yeah.
than in this one.
because there were plot points then.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would say that was maybe a weak point.
I think that's with every reference too, because I feel like even when they would bring in like movies and things like that, it was woven in. Whereas this was like, I'm at the movie theater.
It was pretty like in your face.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Facts.
But
Anyway,
it's still a great
It's great.
series. It's
Yeah.
just Netflix needs more rewatchable stuff because they lost like a lot of money with that what was that Triple Frontier, whatever that movie
what
was.
is it?
Oh yeah, the one with like Ben Affleck
Yeah,
and Oscar Isaac.
Yeah.
What?
That movie.
I enjoyed that movie a lot.
Right.
It was. It had a very sharp demographic choice.
Like
Okay, I missed
Aisha,
that one.
you watch Netflix.
I do.
But the fact that you don't know what this is, that proves
See,
the
you
point
know
I'm
what
trying to bring up.
happens is that like they cater it to me. Like when I click into my Netflix, it's like, oh, all the things you
Yeah,
love.
yeah.
And I click into his, and I'm like, oh, these things look so cool, but they don't show me that,
Yeah.
so I don't watch it.
Because Great British Baking Show.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know
It's a good show.
what's more British baking than Ben Affleck and Oscar Isaac
Yeah, exactly.
on a cliff.
They're so polite to
spoilers,
each
no
other.
spoilers.
Debating geopolitics. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Netflix, you need more rewatchable stuff, but
Facts.
still keep it coming with quality
Yeah.
series like Stranger Things 3. I still love it.
I feel like we didn't sell it like anyone else is not.
We'll
really.
go deeper into the spoiler for folks that are probably just trying to get a taste. But if you're still skeptical of whether or not to get into the series, I still totally recommend it.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And if you haven't seen season 3 but you saw the other two, I definitely watch it.
Yeah.
And since it's only 8 episodes, you can watch it in
Why
like
not?
a day. Wink,
what-
wink. We won't judge you.
We watched it in like 3 days because it was like
Yeah,
you could
fine.
easily stop and come back if you wanted to too. All right, so let's get into our no spoilers review of Far From Home.
Ooh, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Aisha's in Spider-Man Far From Home. If you pay really close
And-
attention.
Yeah.
No, seriously.
In the blurred out background,
She's cut out.
baby.
In the scene, she's actually... No, I'm
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
I was there. That is true.
This isn't a joke.
No, we're not joking. But you can't see me. So it doesn't matter.
They used their Marvel digital magic
They did.
to erase
They
her.
scrubbed out like everybody in
They're
the
like,
background.
let's get rid of this
They're like
fan.
"Ugh."
Bye.
Yeah.
But
Boss
yeah.
Logic did it.
He made a variant.
A
ending.
variant of reality?
Yeah, he was like, actually, guys, I think you should use this one. And they were like, you know what? You're right.
Good Lord.
She looks way too
I want the
enthusiastic.
Chase variant with you in the
gosh.
background.
Me in the background. Anyway, okay. So the movie.
Yeah, the movie.
So I was saying that it looks like I'm super excited, but I was actually just like whelmed. Is that a word?
It's
It
a
is
word
in the
you're
Young
using.
Justice universe.
I wasn't underwhelmed. I was just like whelmed.
Okay.
Mm.
Yeah. It was a good movie. I liked the story.
I'm very surprised by this, by the way.
I figured people would be super surprised, but I wasn't that excited about it when I saw the trailer, so I can't.
Likewise, actually.
Really?
Mm-hmm. The movie. We're not selling the movie.
I know this is bad.
Who's we? I haven't said anything yet. I
know,
love
he's
this.
The
probably,
two
like,
of
super
us.
excited.
I love this
Like,
movie.
this is the best.
The movie is cool. It has these amazing show
He
points.
didn't say it's a movie.
No, he did. He did.
No, because it is way
It's
more
better
than,
than a movie.
Yeah.
It has a lot of things to say. You know what it is? I think this was one of the first of the Marvel movies that I saw. This is transcended film and got really into. It felt like I was reading a comic book again. I was like, and there are few that do that to that extreme.
That's true. I did feel like.
But that's why it didn't cheaply move me
Okay.
like a movie would. It was like I was just getting into it. It was really factual. It was like, man, it's mad. It was just, it was lore heavy.
factual.
It was lore, even in design. It was lore heavy. I was like, this was. It was a full hefty movie. I need to see it again.
I would see it again.
I loved this movie.
But
I switch it up, okay?
Boo. Next to you, boo.
Popular opinion over
boo.
here.
Yeah, all right. I'll
Somebody's gotta do it.
I'm taking a bite out of the Rotten Tomato. I'm taking a bite.
Wait, how did it do with Rotten Tomatoes actually?
Like the highest rated Spider-Man.
Oh, facts.
Wait,
Like since I think Spider-Man 2.
Wait, more than
Not counting Spider-Verse into the
but
Spider-Verse.
Homecoming.
Yeah.
Ooh.
What's going on?
Listen, this Spider-Man movie was way different than Homecoming in that it also served as a culmination of
Phase
this.
4.
This was actually the is it epilogue that's after?
Yes, it's the epilogue.
Yeah.
This was actually the epilogue and the palate cleanser for Endgame. That's what this movie was.
Facts.
Yeah.
Especially with how it starts, which caught me completely off guard, and I was like, yes. I loved the start of this movie. I can't go into it now because it's not spoiler.
Yeah, I was like,
but that caught me with the okay, all right, get over it.
90% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah, it's like at when it came out, it was like at 92.
Wow.
And that was like 1 point behind I think Spider-Man 2. But anyway,
Spider-Man 2 was the shit though.
Anyway, I really enjoyed the movie. Chemistry between Zendaya and Tom Holland, I thought was.
Yo, we gonna land on one. You can't just be Zen.
Yes, I can.
Zendaya.
Well, let's pick one then. And
Zendaya.
I'm
Zendaya?
Yeah.
So that's what we're going with. If we find out, I'm gonna tell you right now. If we find out it is Zendaya,
I thought it was only her close friends call her Zendaya.
hold on. Why can't we one day be? I'm just saying.
Put in the air.
If we find out it's Zendaya, this is the hill.
Yo, Daya.
Nah, this is. You
Hit
know what?
me up. Daya.
Daya? No.
Wow.
Anyway, their chemistry was cool. If you saw the trailer, you know Nick Fury's in it.
I also felt weird watching her after seeing Euphoria. I was like, I can't do it.
You know what I thought? I just thought of this just being like her
Before?
rehab. Like
Yeah.
this that's what I saw this
as.
as.
rehab?
Yeah, this is she went to Europe.
She's like,
Yeah.
She goes here, then she comes out like.
to get clean.
Exactly. Yes. That's how I saw this, and it helped me.
She made some friends.
Helped me cope and deal with it and
Oh
digest
man.
it. And then without going into it, the antagonist, I'll say that I was actually very surprised. I thought you would love this antagonist. And
Really?
yes.
He was such a dick.
That doesn't matter. Anyway.
When we get into this Spoilae,
I'll explain why.
I loved the effects. That was amazing.
I have never seen this villain shown so well.
Yeah, it was. That
Like
was done.
the comic
so
books and
well.
cartoons could never do this justice.
And they've tried.
And they tried. The cartoon came the closest. The 90s cartoon.
They've tried. Even in the comics with more later iterations, especially with the Spider-Man miniseries.
Yes. Which I'm sure this is
kind
a lot of alludes to that. But.
So, yes, that character, if you can go back in podcasts, I think I mentioned how I wish and hoped this character, what they would do with it, and they did. And I was like, yes. But
yeah, I don't think he was bad. He just wasn't. I was just like, fuck you, man.
that's fine. Anyway, a lot of callbacks in this one.
Yes.
Tons. Ones you don't even expect, but you're like, oh shit, cool. And very much so, I felt like it was an epilogue for the previous 23 films, really closing out not just phase 3, but 2 and 1, and bookending into what are now the possibilities going forward in the MCU.
Maybe that's why I wasn't excited. It seemed like an epilogue. I was like, oh, okay.
Very transitional. Very transitional.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm excited for the future, whatever it's gonna be.
The post-credit scenes felt like some of the most important ones.
Yeah.
In a long
and
time.
I want to say that I guessed it.
You can say that.
I did, and that's not a spoiler because you have no idea what I'm talking about.
None.
Unless you go back in some episodes. Because
we doing callbacks to ourselves this episode.
Yes, because I said it, and it was like, ha, 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 but then I was like, oh, it was true.
Mm-hmm.
They subscribe. No.
That's patented.
Nobody knows what
That's
that
patented. But yeah, I enjoyed Homecoming. I definitely recommend people go see it if they haven't already. I saw it in 3D. I'll say that you don't have to see this movie in 3D, even though the way that effects are explained,
it seems like it'd be really cool.
And there are cool effects in this one. You don't have to see this one in 3D. No, I didn't have to see it in 3D.
All right, so we gotta rate it. How many travel upgrades do you give it?
How many Airbnb upgrades?
How many?
Yeah. Start with France.
I give this one a 7.5 out of 10.
I give it 8 upgrades. Yeah.
Yo, I swear I don't get it. If I just hear what you said and then I get your number, it's like, okay.
I did not like it. I was just.
I'll go 8.25.
We getting technical here.
I'll go 8.25.
That's like a half bath in your room.
Yeah. If this was episode 3.14, like I thought it was, it's 3.13. If I thought it was, I would have went real math with it. But 8.25.
3.1457.
Don't show off.
Beep boop bop beep beep.
I don't know the pie number.
Don't show. But how would I know?
It's Planck's constant.
Oh, see, now we doing spoilers. Okay.
That's an endgame spoiler.
Got him.
That's good.
But whatever.
All right, we're gonna take a break because it's hot.
It is.
If you're listening to this like not in the summer months, like you're like, oh, you know what? I just heard about them. It's like 90 degrees right now.
They could be post-workout sauna right now.
Yeah.
Either way, you should hydrate.
We're all hot, which means you need to go to the bathroom. Cool down. Take a shower, towel off.
This weird Pavlovian conditioning you're doing.
To our listeners, they're going to be like...
Everyone's going to need to go to the bathroom.
But every time we say, welcome, they're going to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, it's going to trigger them.
I want to do like a sound cut of every time I say welcome. And I just want everyone to know, like, I didn't do that on purpose.
That's just how you say welcome.
Now I feel like I have to do it every time.
No, just say hi.
If I say something else, it's going to be weird now. Like, welcome. Hey guys, like that's weird.
How you doing?
Yeah, no.
We're far from home at this moment, I think.
All right.
I think.
Go to the bathroom. We'll see you in a minute.
We'll
go watch Stranger Things.
The whole thing.
The whole thing.
We'll be back.
Now we're back. You know I didn't go to the bathroom. He's gonna be like that what is it, that chameleon that I like? That video with the chameleon where he sticks his tongue out in front of the kid.
Oh, I don't think that was gonna happen. Okay. I don't think you want to do that because to start there, the payoff is right. So like,
I love that video. It's so funny.
Listen, don't present unless you're gonna present.
If you haven't seen that video, go watch it. It's a chameleon. What is it?
I think it's a chameleon.
Yeah, and he's all like looking at the camera like.
Yeah, and Spoilae, chameleon is the villain in Spider-Man: Homecoming and Far From Home. Boom. And Endgame.
Oh!
So that brings us to our Spoilae section.
None of that is true.
None of it is. So now we will do spoilers for everyone.
That's right.
What's happening.
Yes.
So we're going to start with Stranger Things.
It's full Spoilae.
Full spoiler. If you haven't watched all the episodes,
then the fuck out.
Turn it off because we have watched all of them. This isn't like, oh, I only watched the first 3. No. This is real.
Everything.
Okay. I feel like let's just talk about our favorite stuff. What was our favorite things that happened?
Favorite things in season 3?
Yeah, besides Elle's clothes.
All right, Elle's clothes are cool, but they're not my favorite.
That was the favorite thing.
Okay, what were my favorite? See, that's tough to isolate that. Well, whereas you didn't like Hopper,
yeah,
I fucking did, and
really?
Okay, this
is alright.
I did, and I felt his pain.
I mean, I felt his pain, but it was like every moment was like screaming and being just like annoying.
Because he got like Jean Grey making out with a little punk ass smart alecky boyfriend.
You're not really her dad.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yowzer.
I mean, no, it's true. It's sad.
No, you don't get to reel back from that.
You said it.
I liked Winona Ryder being the last bastion of hope against gentrification.
I know, right?
He's the Hawkins
The hardware
Anti-Gentrification League.
Yes.
I think that's what I didn't like. Her and Hopper's thing, like, I get it, like, they liked each other, but the screaming back and forth and the fighting, I was like, I don't care.
They have had sexual tension since season 1.
I know, and that's fine, but, like, why did it have to be so annoying this time?
Because they hadn't. Did you not hear?
It's the 80s. Paul Reiser is in this.
He did that whole
He was.
speech, and I was like, I don't care. Can we fast forward? I was like,
Which
I don't
speech? You mean the?
What's his name?
The
In the
y'all
car.
should fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was
But that was
like,
it. That was why they were being.
But we already knew that, and it was just like beating you over the head with it. And I was like, whatever, go out. I don't care.
It
Don't
did-
go out.
It did happen
Alright.
a lot, a couple times, because he did the same thing with children, a couple times. He's doing it. He actually said it to Nancy and this kid, and I totally forgot that he did that too.
Yep. My favorite thing, to answer your question, would be Steve's not boss but coworker person face.
Robin?
Robin?
Robin was actually.
I
one of
did.
my
I
favorite
liked her a
things.
lot. Yeah.
She
That's
was
true.
smart. She
She
wasn't
was.
corny.
And
Yeah.
she rolled with the punches. Like, she literally was like, literally. And figuratively. She was just like, okay, I'm here
She
for it.
was one of my favorite things because
Mhm.
I was like, oh, new character.
Yeah.
But no, she was actually pretty funny and cool.
And they did that to us in season 2 when they brought in Max. You're like, who is this girl?
Well, see, Max,
Right
I
now.
didn't like so much this season.
Yeah, she.
Like
I
I like
think I'm neutral.
her and Lucas's relationship because it was more realistic than
Yeah.
than Elle's and
Mike.
Mike's.
Yeah, that was a weird.
But the advice she was giving was really bad advice sometimes.
Which is why I liked it, because it was the advice someone her age would give
Right.
at that time.
I guess.
And who has a brother named Billy, who
Oof.
he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was
Billy.
something else.
They tried to get me to like Billy.
No, yeah, I
actually ended up liking Billy.
This is
Not-
why we
no,
can't
no.
be friends.
No, not. I didn't
This
feel.
is where it ends. I'm not
I
saying-
like
no,
popcorn.
I'm glad
this one is
and you
documented.
don't eat popcorn.
All right.
I'm not saying.
And I like chocolate chip cookies.
2 nerds signing up. No, go ahead. You like Billy. Go ahead. You like Billy.
No,
He fucks people's moms. Go ahead.
He
No, I
does.
don't feel sympathy for Billy,
Stacey's
despite all the shit that happened to him.
mom
I just
got
like the character. I like villains in general.
Did you like to dislike him though?
Yes.
I didn't like to
That's
dislike him
fair.
in season 2, though.
That's fair.
I like to dislike him in this one. I didn't like to dislike him in the other one because I
That
didn't
makes
know where
sense.
they were going.
That makes sense to me too.
Yeah, I
No,
didn't know where they were
that's
going.
why
but
I
no.
liked him. He was the only thing that wasn't saccharine about all of season 2.
Yeah, I feel like they try to make you like him though in this season.
They tried to make
Oh,
you
they
feel
did
bad
try.
for him. Like,
Okay.
I
oh,
wasn't
like,
with the shit stuff.
But you didn't like him to like him.
No,
Yeah.
I like when he beat the
Alright,
shit out
I
of
take
Steve.
it back.
You need
I'll let you take me back as your friend. I'll let
I'll
you.
let you.
now you can share
I'll
cookies.
allow you.
Yay. No, we can share the Baskin Robbins. The fuck?
Oh, with the scoops?
Yo, the U.S. says butterscotch.
We
Yeah.
did ask for more of Lucas's sister.
We did.
We did.
And we got that.
We did.
We got
Like,
a lot
to
of
be
her.
honest, at some points I was like, okay, I get it. She's a sassy black girl. I get it.
Yeah,
it
that
was a little too much.
That was turned to 11.
it
But yeah, shit, the sass was
was.
up there.
It was up there. And then, like, I like how they, like, made it better where she was good with numbers. It made me feel better when I was like, okay, look, she's
Yeah.
really good at
And
numbers.
she knew her fucking history.
Yeah.
She knew things.
Yeah.
And having a young, sassy black person know things
Yeah.
is rare still in
Right.
media.
That like actually know things, not
Yeah.
just act like they know things.
Right.
Yes.
She literally knew how far they had gone. Like, I
Yeah.
was like, what?
Schematics.
Doing numbers in her
blueprints.
head.
Yeah, and she knew her worth, queen. She knew
Yes.
her worth.
She did.
She did.
Legit.
But the speech with her and Dustin in the vents about you're a nerd.
yeah.
It was cute, but I felt like it dragged a little bit too
It was
long.
way
A
too
little-
long.
yeah.
But it was cute.
It was cute, but I was like, you could have landed this plan like 2
Yeah.
minutes ago.
I felt bad for Will so much
So much.
because
The man just wants to play D&D.
yeah, they went from Friends Don't Lie to like a really murky
Yeah.
like
Like, friends don't give a fuck about each other.
yeah, like these guys are friends to the end for sure.
Right.
Yeah.
But like
But-
now, we only care about girls and we don't care about
Yeah,
what you want.
this crew is shaky.
But I kind of like that they broke up too. Like when it was like all the parts, I was like, this is like Game of Thrones. Like, are they gonna meet up again?
Yeah, they did that well.
Yeah,
They
that was
spaced
really
that
cool.
well and gave each group interesting enough things to do, and the way they brought
Right.
it together. I thought was done well.
Yeah.
I thought so.
I feel like you knew it was going to end up at Starcourt because, like, the mall was, like, everything.
Yeah.
But it was still, like, how is this going to happen?
Yeah.
And they all had different information.
Yeah.
Which was, like, really cool. I was like, they need each other's information to, like, make this work.
One had the Russians.
The Russians.
One had the Russians.
The Russians. They had the Russians.
Yo, that was so much. I think my favorite part of this. I hate that I love this so much.
God, is
but
it gonna be
no,
the melting bodies?
No, it's the way they used the 80s culture stuff. Because I also know that it was like a punch in the face because it was so much of it.
It was a lot.
But
because
me
he
being
loves literally saying
I love literally when they said we don't need roads.
I was like,
I turned to Aisha. I was like,
every time we leave a location, he goes, "Where we're going, we don't need roads," and I wanted to like.
It's one of
they
the.
gave me what I wanted.
If he had, the Woody voice box spray,
that would be his line.
If he Gabby
upgraded,
it'd be what? It'd be 80% Batman.
Yeah,
quotes.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Where we're going, we don't need roads to be in there.
That doesn't come out for another 4 years in that mythology. So.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, we don't know how long the time skip will be in the next one.
I hope there is a time skip.
They take it all the
because
way to
these
89.
kids are freaking 20 years old. So.
89 would be so flames.
What if they take
Oh
all
my
the
God.
way to 89? But yeah, stuff that was like 11 did her nosebleed power stuff.
Yeah, but then she doesn't have powers anymore.
Yeah, it ends with her not having powers, but I was like glad that she ended up not having powers.
It's true, because it was like a easy Deus Ex Machina. It was
Yeah.
like, else.
Exactly. It was just like, hey, 11,
You
hey,
can do
11.
this.
But growth, my favorite character still Lucas, believe it or not.
Oh.
Where he chose to aim that slingshot. See, a younger Lucas
Yeah.
Would have popped
been,
it.
yeah, would have been like, I'm gonna tag this motherfucker in the back of the head,
Right.
do plus
And then it would come after
sneak
me.
damage.
Sneak damage.
Okay, but then he was like, nah, and then he aimed to the side for the noise effect.
Do you also notice that like his thing had like an arm brace?
It was an arm reinforced
slingshot. I was like, this is perfect.
Literally, it's like a thing around his arm.
Yeah, what do you think he's running all these campaigns?
But I still disagree with the treatment of Lucas sometimes because there were like little things that they do to him. Like, you don't have to do that to him.
He got sprayed in the face.
So yeah, when they did the like prank when they like Elle's
he's the
moving
one that
and
got
stuff,
sprayed in
and
the
he's
face.
the one that sprayed. I'm like,
that's right.
He doesn't have to get sprayed in the face.
But let's not forget, he was at the forefront. He was willing to take the brunt of the surprise.
Yeah.
Okay. Which I also like the fact that the sister could not believe
that he was in any of that shit.
That was hilarious. They're like, so the demagogues and like all this, like the upside down, but like that Lucas was there.
Yeah.
Like,
that was hilarious. That was hilarious.
My Lucas?
Right.
She was like, no.
She like his whole government, everything.
Yes, it's true. I like that part.
I liked all the relationships. I think they did really well, like with the breaking up, and then like what Robin was like, "How many children are you friends with?" Like,
oh no, wait, pour one out to a couple of things. The
sorry.
Bob callbacks.
The Bob callbacks were like,
those hurt.
Yeah. And I feel like this is not to say this added to my dislike of Hopper. This didn't add to it. It was just a thing.
Do it.
That like he was kind of insensitive to that.
Think
like,
so?
yeah, because like obviously someone she was involved with just died. I guess it was like whatever.
I was gonna say, was it just?
But like, someone dies and I'm moving on with my life now. It's like
it feels like it's been like 2 years though. No,
I think it's been a year. Me and my coworker. Yeah, it's been a year.
I didn't even think about it, what the actual time jump was.
But it was still fresh for her.
Yeah, you know.
But when they rolled up in the lab, she looked at the
exactly.
spot.
He's like, "Come on, let's go," and you're like, "Hello."
Like,
well, it
ripped apart right there.
But I think that draws sort of like the nature of Hopper, though.
Yeah.
He's that driving force that helps people to move on.
I mean, it's
and
true.
he's kind of had to be that. He is because
he's
with 11.
Yeah, but
no, but with 11, he was very sensitive to her early on.
He was.
But he was also pushing her because he didn't want her to stay traumatized.
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of her strength is not attributed to him, but he definitely helped remind her how strong she was.
It's clear to me that Hopper never saw the Nelly and whatchamacallit video, Kelly Rowland, because clearly she's having a dilemma and he's not trying to. He's what?
He wouldn't win the bandage.
What?
He wouldn't win.
Nah, he's on the two-way. Like
He's like, let's go to dinner.
What's your-
Enzo's, 7 o'clock. Meet me there. And she was like, Bob used to go there.
Did she say that though?
No, but she was like,
All right, don't add sauce to me.
Random
I'm
ass
just
Easter
saying.
egg. When you look at the lemon video real close, you'll notice that the two-way is actually an Excel spreadsheet.
what?
Yeah.
Bro.
Anyway,
Is that a callback to when
Is it
we dropped that information
a different
3
time?
other times? We trying to catch the new listeners with
Don't
old
get it.
facts. We
there
got
you go. Got him.
Yeah.
you.
You gotta go back and watch our other episode.
Also rip to the Alexi bromance.
Oh,
Yo,
yeah,
I
bro.
really liked him.
I mean, I
Him and
didn't
Murray.
understand him, but
Him and Murray was
I
getting along,
loved
man.
him.
yeah, is Murray's his name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
he
felt
liked
bad.
the slushies.
He was so excited about the corn dogs. And,
And he won the game.
The Woody Woodpecker callback
It's 'cause
was,
he was
that was my show as a kid. Here I gotta talk about my childhood.
Yo,
Which-
he literally.
he told us
Come on.
not to do
He
that.
said, "Don't talk about your childhood." There's been so many times we just talked
Okay.
about Batman.
Yeah, and Friends.
now, okay. Yeah,
Well,
I didn't talk about my
You want me
childhood.
to play some Russian instruments in the background to accompany?
I used to listen to Peter and the Wolf as a kid. Anyway, we're done here.
No, wait, I want to know.
I was gonna say,
Woody
what's the
Woodpecker?
story?
Come on.
I used to love Woody Woodpecker as a kid, and I was like the only kid that I knew that was watching it because I was brave enough to watch the back end of the soap opera just to catch Woody Woodpecker, and I'd be like, oh my gosh,
Was it a soap opera that came on before Woody Woodpecker?
That was the first.
I mean, I used to
that was
watch
the first
it.
cartoon that came on. It's a transition from
2 o'clock.
Yeah.
See, I know that because
Different
see,
town.
if me and France were friends off the bat, these
We
are
were-
discussions.
This is before we met.
If
Why?
That's
if,
how
if
they
me and-
met.
If France and I were friends off the bat,
Oh boy.
these are things we would have shared with one another. But
I also watched
alas,
You watch Woody Woodpecker too?
it. Yeah, why? Yeah, of course.
I would too.
I mean, I grew up very far away from y'all, but Hey, look at us
life
now.
has
All my
changed.
children came on
This is
at
about
1. My mom used to watch that. I watched it too. Adam, twin brother thing.
Yo, this
And
is
then
well, that's where,
it
like,
finished,
Tommy Lee Jones
and then
started.
you'd get, and then you get Woody Woodpecker. Okay?
Huh.
Yeah.
This
So
all
you sure you don't want
connects.
to talk about childhood France?
Listen, this
Huh?
all connects because he won the Woody Woodpecker, and then what's his name? He said,
What is it not recording?
"Oh my gosh." Thanks for our second break. We were on a little bit of a tangent there
Yeah.
too. What? Where Woody Woodpecker, childhoods, Batman.
These are important things.
Yeah, a little
And,
gremlin
you know,
fucked up our audio.
Stranger Things. Gremlins, that was a callback in
That
Stranger
was what I was
Things.
trying to quote from
Ah,
Nice.
See how I caught on to that?
That's a good alley oop there.
Yeah, I love that. I was like, Gremlins.
Yeah.
And then what's her name? That Susie
Oh.
was hotter than, what's her name?
Phoebe Cates.
Phoebe Cates.
That's
I
right.
never knew that person's name.
There was mad Phoebe Cates references.
I didn't even mean to
I was
make
like,
that
Drop Dead Fred.
reference, but I did.
There you go.
Drop Dead Fred is.
He
my
trips over the
favorite.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High cutout.
Yeah, at the end when
with
he's
Phoebe
trying
Cates,
to
I
get
was
the
like-
video.
All right.
They wanted that to say Blockbuster.
Shout out to the color red. Okay.
Word.
And the number 11. You get it?
I'm
Sure.
trying to see if they actually showed up a bunch of times in the movie. I just went into the mental
No,
world.
her name is 11.
Yeah, lemon.
All right, so how many?
Wait. Are we done? Like
I don't
talking
know.
about this?
We were talking about Alexi.
We talked about our. Oh, right, Alexi.
Right. We were talking about Alexi
Talking
and the
about Alexi,
bromance.
We were...
with Murray, yeah.
Russian Terminator.
Oh, but that's why. Okay, so Woody the Woody Woodpecker, because he
Right.
was like, oh, ha 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 ha, when he won it. He did the
Oh my
laugh.
God.
It was
Did
funny.
with the
I
corn
enjoyed
dog
Yeah,
dance.
and then he got shot.
Yeah.
That was some John Wick type shot.
And he was all like, traitor.
He was in the middle of a crowded place, popped him through Woody Woodpecker.
Silencer. We
Yeah.
shot him pretty close range.
Common and John Wick are shooting at each other from
John-
like 40
John Wick would've
yards.
Two-pieced them from that distance
Yeah.
to make sure, like
It's true.
there is no
Double
crawl away.
tap,
There is
for
no
real.
crawl away with
Double
John
tap.
Wick.
They're
No,
like, I'm not gonna see if he like might live.
Right.
facts.
Well, yeah, Alexi. I loved him. I thought he was a funny character, and obviously he didn't want to do his real job.
No, he really
Nah.
didn't.
So, like,
Yes, I felt like Alexi.
I thought we were gonna like bring him into the fold. I was like, yay, new character. Alexi's gonna be a part of the gang.
Our Russian cosmonaut friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
But he gave us all the information we needed.
He did, and his schematics were accurate.
They were.
To a point.
And then, like, okay, the ageism when they were like, you guys can't show me how to get through these tunnels.
Oh,
Or
yeah.
through the vents. And I was like, yo, they were just there. Like, relax.
But he was just like, nah, you got to do it from a safe place. He corrected himself.
Bald eagle. That was his call sign.
That was the
Yo.
They hit Murray with the bald eagle call
I hate
sign.
kids.
He was Bald Eagle. Then the 11
Scoops.
group was, the Atlantic
Oh,
group
the-
with 11, they were the Griswold family.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
Griswold family.
Scoop Troop.
Scoop Troop.
Which I thought a Goof Troop immediately.
Yeah,
Anyway.
me too. And I was like, wait, can't be. Nope.
No.
it was
Mm.
Scoop. How? Okay. Did y'all
Wrong
think
Max.
Susie was fake?
Yes. I dead ass thought she was
You
fake.
thought she was fake?
I didn't think Susie was fake.
I didn't think she was fake. Like, why would you go all the way to the top with like a?
I thought, but for some reason, I thought Susie was gonna be like older.
Yes.
I thought she was gonna be a robot. I thought it was gonna be like something he made during camp.
Weird
And he's
science.
Like, this is Susie.
Look, he went through. Listen, they trudged 5 miles
They went pretty hard.
to build that shit. I didn't think
Cerebro.
he did it for nothing. Right? He called
Yeah,
Cerebro.
it was Cerebro.
I didn't think
All the
he did that
callbacks.
for nothing to talk to a robot.
I know.
But I thought it'd just be like an older person.
Oh, like one of the counselors. That's inappropriate.
Oh, is it for Dustin?
Is it?
Well, I don't know Dustin to be a liar, so.
It's true. Yeah, Dustin's not a liar. He's pretty
I'm
honest.
happy that I liked Dustin more this season than I did season 2.
I did. That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
I did like
Because
him
in
more.
season 2, I was like, please stop fucking up.
Yeah, he was doing some.
But in
dumb
this
shit.
one,
I mean, season 2, he had the growl.
But he like kept the thing as a pet, and you were like, dude. I mean, I know it was important, but like,
and probably the best relationship in this series is Steve and Dustin.
yes,
Oh, my
They
God.
really are hilarious.
they are. They were like beginning to in season 2. It was like, oh, look at this, and
Yeah.
then I was like, this is gonna be forever.
Yeah, they
and
are
he
homies.
like didn't get into college and stuff.
It was like that kind of older brother dad figure thing,
I know.
but now it's kind of like this equal peer thing.
Yeah, it's
He
like-
was like,
It's
you
awesome.
believe Susie is real? And he was like, yeah.
He's like, yeah. No, you don't give advice. I give advice. That's my thing.
Yo, all the relationships were callbacks to me to other things. It was like, so, because that's the same relationship that Biff and Marty McFly end up having
Also,
in Back to the
was
Future.
in this movie.
Yeah.
I mean, show. Sorry.
Who was in this show? Oh, Michael J.
that
No, you're thinking
was,
of something else.
Yeah, he was from The Frighteners.
No, Biff. Isn't
No.
No, Biff isn't in it. It's the guy who looks like Biff, but it's not Biff. Because he was he was the dick reporter people. Remember in the
In
office?
The Frighteners?
He was,
Oh, you don't
yes.
know. You're talking about, he's talking about in Stranger Things, the dude who always says
Yes.
weird things to Nancy.
The guy who was an asshole to Nancy. He's in The Frighteners. He's the bad guy in The Frighteners. Spoilers if you haven't seen The Frighteners. I'm so sorry.
Dude, that movie's like from '93.
That's
I
Peter
know, I'm
Jackson's
just saying,
first
it's
hurrah.
like one of my favorite movies ever.
Yeah, all right.
And he is a creepy ass bad guy, and he was creepy and disgusting here. too.
Oh, right.
yeah.
Took me a
See?
while.
I
Like,
was waiting
because
He's
when
gonna
you
get it.
because okay,
You said Biff, but not Biff.
to
But it's
be
not Biff.
to be fair, when you narrowed it down to the guy that says creepy stuff to Nancy,
Oh.
it was like
there was a room. Of
yeah, it was like a
dudes,
room.
it's true.
But he definitely was the ringleader, and
Mm-hmm.
he got his comeuppance.
yeah, by like
Ew.
melting.
But he really got his comeuppance. Like, eesh.
When they were like, "Oh, if we kill the mind flayer or whatever, like, then we're gonna kill all these people." I was like, "Yo, they are already dead.
Yeah,
They have been
Seriously.
melted into."
yeah.
And that was the other thing. I don't know if this was an actual callback, but it looked like so much like the Blob. The movie back in the
Again,
day. It was just
That's
like
another
the Blob.
callback they did.
I don't know if it was or it wasn't, but to me, I was like, "Oh my god, this is just
No,
like the Blob."
there's a shot selection that is straight up from the Blob, and
I
it's
know, I
and
love
it,
the Blob.
it's a great homage. Like they OD'd on the homage, like in the shots alone. I was like, there's a Back to the Future shot when they're driving
Right.
across the mall.
Oh, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it happens mad times.
Nancy and Will's brother, the older one.
Oh yeah,
the-
what's his name?
What's his name?
Sorry, but
Yeah, I never remember his name because no one says his
Anyway.
We were
name.
looking at their real ages, and he's like 27.
yeah, but I'm saying they're I would say of the relationships this season, that one was like.
Jonathan.
Yeah,
What
Yeah.
they ended up doing was important, and I'm not saying
Yeah.
the message that was trying to be sent wasn't important. You know, about how different views on feminism and
Yeah.
how to handle that, and whatever.
It made sense. It was like, oh yeah, obviously, like
Right,
he's not
it just-
having a problem, and she
Yeah.
is.
But I'm just saying, I'm over there like chemistry or whatever. It was
Yeah.
It was like, nah.
And then it like
It's not
broke
going
up
anywhere.
for a second, and I was like, whatever.
Yeah, if you're not chasing after Barb's corpse, I kind of don't care about them
I
anymore.
know.
Yeah, what are we
Barb.
doing?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Well,
really.
I should have put Barb behind. I have a pop of Barb. I should have brought that out. It's
Oh.
too late.
You could have.
Yo, I'm bugging. That is freaking
Yeah.
Jake
Upside
Busey.
down. Yeah,
I should have known from his teeth.
Well, yeah, and from his
That's
laugh and hair.
hilarious.
Because I kept like, yo, he looks just like Gary Busey. And I was
Yeah.
like,
Looks like-
"Ugh."
It's like a sober Gary Busey.
Oh, and then
I'm
Robin of
sorry.
Locksley was in the show too.
Carrie Elway. Yes, he was.
Robin of Locksley.
Excuse me, the Dread Pirate Roberts.
Ah.
How dare you?
Also.
I was like, oh my god.
As I
Love
wish.
him. He
Mm.
was also in Saw.
Oh,
that him?
well, yeah, I think so.
It is, yes.
Yeah,
He's in the first
The
one.
first one. I
He
loved
was
that.
good in the show.
He was good.
He was
He had a
good.
good mayor.
The
He's a
hop,
corrupt
the hopper
mayor.
scene with him, the torture
Yo,
scene,
Yeah, that
my
was
God.
the Rambo moment was good.
Yeah, that Terminator dude. Really, they were like, we need a guy who looks like Terminator. That's it.
Yeah,
I believed him.
yeah,
believe-
he was.
I believed in him. I was
And,
like, oh my God.
I thought he was a Terminator because there'd be moments where I'm like, you should be dead.
Yo, he
But
definitely
nope.
rocked him in the head a couple times, and he just kind of
And then
like,
he was like,
well,
ate that.
I thought he had special powers because
Right?
in the very opening scene, he like
lifts that dude up.
one-handed, and I'm
Or
like,
he's just Russian.
scientists don't weigh that little kilograms.
They really
You
don't.
do that.
He's Russian.
2 pounds is a kilo.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
I won't ask why you know how much a kilo is.
Encyclopedia.
Real talk, I got learned it from Lupe Fiasco, but it's whatever.
Wow. See, this is how far it goes. The Aquarianness. It was a compliment.
Thank you.
Listen.
I fact checked it.
They don't go to Chicago this time. Shout out to Chi-Town.
They almost did.
But they
What?
don't. And that crew
Chicago.
that Elle was running with, I'm guessing they'll come back in season 4.
Yo,
'Cause they might
I was
need the
mad. I
backup.
was like, okay, maybe in one episode, number 10 is gonna show up. No.
What was the name of the other one? The Indian
She
girl.
was
She's
9.
7? Oh,
Oh, I thought she was 9. Maybe she was 7.
I thought she was number 9.
I think she's number 9.
But no, she might be 7.
Maybe she's.
It'd be weird
like
if
there
it's
she is.
9 and 11. It'd be weird if it was 9 and 11. She might be 7.
I'm sorry.
Does it
I'm
say
sorry
what she
that
was?
I just laughed right there. That was-
No, I'm serious. Like I don't think
It would have been awkward.
I don't think she was 9. But maybe
Maybe she was 7.
maybe I don't know.
I was also confused in that season where I was like, how old are you? Are you 12? Are the rest of you 12? How do you eat food?
Yeah, I mean, with the way that this one ends, speaking of pouring one out, Hopper.
Hopper.
Well, maybe.
Allegedly.
Yeah, like Hopper.
kind of.
Allegedly.
Maybe.
Hopper?
I think he's alive.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see a blood splatter around him.
Or like even like dust. You know, they like disintegrate. You didn't see
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, no Thanos snap residue.
Yeah,
No, you
didn't
just
see
got no blip residue.
that.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
No, the blip is when you came back.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
The
which
snap
we'll
is
get
when you
into in
went.
a
The
second.
decimation is when they got snapped.
Okay.
I think that's what they had called it. But anyway,
Yeah.
yeah,
Can
they.
we talk about that though? The
Yeah,
end
yeah.
credits?
Oh, you want to go right to that?
Yeah.
Sure.
I
Okay.
want to
So
do it because that was the most interesting thing. So at the end, they're in Russia, right?
Yes, very
Yes.
much so.
In Russia.
they're deep
They
in
have
Russia.
There's a
They
hind
have
D over
a-
there.
Yeah, they're like, oh, they're going by all these doors, and then it's like, oh, not the American. I was like, oh, that's where Hopper is.
I mean, I thought Steve
That's
Rogers, but okay. Or Bucky. Okay.
You know what? I hope so.
If they read the book, if they was reading the book, that'd be the best.
It's Bucky.
It's
Longing,
Bucky.
forlorn,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fence.
It's like, no.
Train,
Not the
train
American.
car.
caboose,
No, I thought it was train
It is
car.
train car.
Report.
Caboose.
sleep car.
Report. No, they go and they take some other Russian dude, throw him into a cage, and then a demodog comes out, but then it stands up on its hind legs.
And it's a full.
And
It's a
full-on
teenage. It's like a
Demogorgon.
teenage Demogorgon.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But-
like I am Groot.
Oh my God, it's growing with the kids. Is that D'Artagnan?
No, Dart.
No,
Dart.
I thought he died.
Yeah, I thought
Didn't
Dart
they, like,
died.
Kill them all?
We thought Hopper died too.
Hopper's not
No one
dead. No
thought-
one thought Hopper
Think
died.
about it.
Listen,
They thought Hopper died in the show. And we were
Hopper
like,
is
he's
getting a
not dead.
prequel because we didn't get a funeral.
Exactly.
Where was my Hop funeral?
Him,
Prequel.
Scarlett Johansson's funeral,
Wow.
Spin-off.
Vision's funeral.
Yeah, I want to see young Hop. I mean, we let him get away with dressing like Magnum PI.
They
That
called
was
him out on it.
hilarious.
So at Hot Topic, they are selling that shirt.
And they should.
I was like, where's the rest of Elle's clothes?
I was disappointed. The one thing I was disappointed in, that there was no helicopter scene
I know.
where Alexi
Miami
knew, like, where at least Alexi knows how to fly, but not him. But we get Magnum P.I. Hopper in a helicopter.
And then he's like trying to communicate with Alexi, like, and he's
Sure.
like, I can fly.
That's great.
I that's the one disappointment for the scene. The Duffers, they dropped the ball on that one.
Yo, their name are the Duffers.
Yeah, the Duffers. Did I say the Druffers?
No, you said it right.
I thought
just think it's a
Druffers.
funny name.
Why did I think Druffers?
They're Duffers.
The Duffer Brothers.
All right. Well, we
Sounds like a band.
we pretty much sliced this
Yeah.
season up pretty
All right.
well.
How many
Jazzercise
scoops?
coupon scoop.
Scoops.
Scoops
How
is fine.
many scoops do you give it?
Oh man. I give it 8.
I give it 9 scoops.
I give it 8.5. It's scoops. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really bordering on X-Files. It's like this cross between
Yeah.
X-Files,
In the
like
80s.
in the 90s. It's like X-Files in the 90s, and
But
then
then in the 80s.
It's got Twin Peaks and X-Files vibes, just like going back and forth. It's really dope.
I never said what my favorite thing was.
Oh.
What is your favorite? What was your favorite
Right.
thing?
I actually think my favorite thing was Steve.
That's
I mean, he's really out
Yeah.
here.
It was like his character had evolved. It's like, oh, I didn't get into college. He's trying to get girls. And then he tries to hit on Robin. And then she likes girls. And I was like, oh. I think his whole story was great. And
Well,
then he gets beat up real bad.
a
and
good
he
twist.
Takes it.
I'm gonna let you call that bathroom stall scene hitting on.
Well,
but
yeah,
I feel
guess
like
he doesn't hit
it
on
wasn't
her.
like game.
No, he was like, what if?
It was genuine. It was
Oh,
genuine.
it was
I
in.
liked
He was
a
emotional.
girl.
But I totally liked how they handled it. How
They
he
did it
handled
really
it.
well.
It was
Yeah.
good. It was mature.
Yeah.
And then I thought about it because, like, in this day and age, it's like, oh, okay, like you like girls, but then you're like, wait, it's supposed to be like 85, like
Yeah.
Still not
it's not a thing.
mainstream. It's
Right.
pretty cool.
And he was like, oh, and I was like, okay,
Yeah.
still a good guy, Steve.
Good for you, Steve.
Steve
And Robin.
and Robin,
But not like Steve and Robin.
No.
no, they're just best
Because Robin has
They're
fantastic
just
taste in
besties.
film and he doesn't. Nah.
It's
Oh
true.
my god, that was hilarious.
It's true.
All right, so I guess we'll just go straight into our spoilae.
No, we're full
We're
spoiler.
full on spoilae.
Yeah.
You ain't seen
Far
it.
From Home.
That's on you.
There were things that I thought of about Far From Home while we were talking about Stranger Things, and I was like, wait, no. That's later.
Hey, because one pays homage to 80s
Oh my
movies,
yeah,
God.
it was like,
I get that you
Makes
I was
perfect
like, let
sense.
me wait till we do
they
Far From
blend
Home.
in very well with one another.
Yeah. Like, I know in our no spoilers review, it sounded like we didn't really like it.
We?
I mean, me and Fran.
Ooh, he's mad specific. Yeah.
No, I liked it. It was good. You know, me and Tom Holland, I was like, look at you. I love you. You're getting older, but I loved
Don't
it.
know him. I love you.
He knows me. Hey, Tom.
You should just use Twitter better.
You
Do
really
you
should.
think he would like...
Yes.
Okay.
I actually, in
I'll
my
do
heart
this.
of hearts, I've seen some incredible
I'll
things
get
on Twitter.
You got a better shot at Tom Holland atting you on there than,
Do it.
drawing hearts in your notebook.
Aw, that's so
TNA.
Spider-Man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I said it, France.
What?
That's what she's doing.
I'm
No,
weak.
I had a great time. It was fun. We were at Alamo.
Oh, tell me what the special menu was for the
They didn't
movie.
have it.
It was still
What
Rocket.
I was like,
I
what
think,
the hell?
I think the Rocket Man menu is still like
the
doing
Rocket
really well.
Man was still there. It doesn't. I don't know.
Meanwhile,
You know what, 'cause
AMC
it's
had
like
like
Sky.
red and blue colored caramel popcorn.
Oh,
I saw. I was like, this is frightening.
I don't
Really?
think I would eat
Yes,
that.
because you have to like.
Why?
What is it? Is it just food coloring?
Is it,
Yeah, but
Oh, okay.
it tastes like caramel corn. You know,
Oh, okay.
oh, okay.
Sure. Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah. I'm scared of
I didn't taste it. I just
guys.
it was next to the caramel corn, so I'm like, it must just be
Must
that.
be girl. No, that
Hopefully,
makes
is that
sense.
you can be mixing them. Anyway,
Point is, I still enjoyed it, even though it sounded like I didn't.
So I'm gonna start here.
Go ahead.
When I'm watching Mysterio,
Yes,
Mhm.
who, and I may be wrong.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
I may be
Gyllenhaal.
wrong. I didn't know if you knew very much about that character.
I know nothing.
Okay.
I know nothing at all.
So when they reveal
Oh, that he
his
was like a,
motivation and we see him trying to produce.
No, I loved that scene. That was great.
I was like,
He's like-
Aisha's gonna love this motherfucker.
But-
He's an actor. He's an actor villain.
Listen, okay, we don't all love each other.
Clearly. But I really thought that you were going to be like, oh, he's just like an actor
No,
diva.
he was
He's
an
funny.
asshole.
Yeah, he was an asshole.
What was my guy's name? Doug.
Doug.
That's the guy.
Now we have a
Doug.
name.
His name's Doug because he built it in a cave
with a box of scraps.
Yeah, and not just that.
I want that on my tombstone. I just
Going
want
back and watching
you.
them showing that little clip again for us.
Oh my
Yeah,
god!
oh my God.
I literally cheered.
You forget the tie flip. You forget
Oh
that
yeah, when it was like
powerful tie flip. Not only did Doug endure the verbal attack,
Yeah.
but the style. Doug, I understand why you were so evil later in life.
I mean, he wasn't that evil. It was like
What?
I mean,
He was
this is why
utilitarian.
I liked Doug. It was because he was like, "Oh man, that was fucked up. Like, I'm not Tony Stark. I can't do all those things." And then, like, this Jake Gyllenhaal guy comes by. He's like, "Look,
Listen.
you're smart. You got talents. Come with me." And he was like, "All right."
Listen.
What else am I doing?
Yeah,
Exactly.
he warned Mysterio that people might die if they, but he still went ahead and pushed the fucking buttons.
Yeah, but he's
He's a villain. He's a murderer. He's
like
evil.
a nice guy.
My ass. He was.
Yo,
My
I
entire
rocks.
ass.
I rocks with Doug.
Mysterio, listen, don't do
But you gotta
this. And he
accept
was
that
like,
Doug's a
"Press it."
killer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like John Wick. I like Doug.
I don't
Two
know
very
if
different
those
motivations.
go together.
Yeah, when he shows up with the cross, he's like, I need
But
refuge.
he did know how to like wield those drones.
Yeah,
knew
it
what
was very
doing.
clever.
Bodying those, super clever.
The way that they explained Mysterio's
Explained.
whole abilities.
I did love that. So like when we were in the movie theater and it kept going through all the things that you thought were real and weren't real, I was like, I can't take it.
Yo,
What's going on?
Right.
that was
What's
a
real?
groundbreaking.
Yes.
That was amazing special effects moment.
Yeah.
Like one of the best special effects
That's why when you
moments
said
in
like,
Marvel
oh, don't
history.
watch it in 3D, I was like, I thought that in 3D would be really
Was
cool.
nuts.
It did look cool. That did look cool.
Okay.
But I think you still get the effect of it without it. Like
Without
I did.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I was in it.
It did look cool in 3D, but I mean, it's so brief. I don't know if it's
Right.
worth saying to pay the extra
It
price.
was so fast. Like
Yeah, like I feel like Homecoming, the way that Homecoming was shot,
Mm.
there were probably more shots that made it worth value wise for 3D
Yes.
from beginning to end. But this
Right.
one,
More scale shots.
yeah, more
Right,
scale shots,
right.
and that scene was cool. But I don't know.
the whole
Yeah.
a whole, it's like you don't have to see that.
When we talked about when we found out long ago that Mysterio was going to be in this film, I think that I had mentioned that I was hoping they did his effects similar to Scarecrow in the Arkham Asylum, the Batman games.
Fear-based.
Yeah, I was like, it's hard. How are you gonna get this character to do what he does in a movie? But they did. They
They
went.
did it really well.
They totally
They
did.
knocked that out the park.
They did.
Yeah, they told. If you've ever played the Batman Arkham games, you know what I'm talking about. The Scarecrow effects in that game, where Batman is like seeing his parents and he's all drugged up,
Yeah.
and Scarecrow's giant, and that's totally what they did.
They did it.
here with Mysterio and these drone holograms.
And they called it back to that whole thing that Stark did.
The
when he was
barf?
like, yeah, the barf
Yes.
thing. That was like, because as soon as it dissolved, I was like, oh, that looks familiar. And then they were like, oh, when I made this and he turned into his like psychological game, I was like, oh.
But don't you love like the way the camera, because they're
Hands
like
back.
yeah,
Yeah.
apparently you see him, he's like like that moment, he's like,
behind her,
this
like,
motherfucker.
Tyrion.
Right? Yeah, that was
He
great.
was the stage manager at
Yeah,
that
right?
show.
So in the comic books, Quentin Beck was a special effects guy in the movie
Okay.
in the
That's
movie
his
industry.
name, Quentin Beck, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's a special effects guy. Goes awry, creates these elaborate sets that Spider-Man thinks is a real place, fucks his whole shit up.
Yeah, like Saw,
Yeah,
high tech Saw.
it's a high-tech Saw. Dead ass. Want to play a game?
But he's a really silly villain. Like
Yeah, he doesn't seem
He
like
was.
he's taking it serious, but like not
Yeah.
serious.
Quentin Beck as a scientist.
Okay.
That is so intriguing.
Yeah.
So he's not a scientist normally.
No, well,
No.
technically no, but
he's
like a smart
He's
guy.
like a villainous, big old titties from Tropic Thunder. You know, he's like that guy. You know?
I just made Mother Nature piss her pants.
There you go. Yes, he's like a villainous that guy
Danny McBride.
with a bigger
Well, then
budget.
I like the angle they took for the movie.
It was really dope.
Not that I didn't like the comic, but
Yeah.
It was growth to see the villain be that way. There's also something I care about in superhero movies is the growth of the character's abilities. Mm-hmm. That motherfucker Spider-Man got hit by a fucking bullet train.
Yo,
Those are not the slowest trains in the world. They're the
No.
fastest.
He was hurt.
He was fucked up.
Yeah, but I mean, he can heal probably.
And watching him recover from that, I was like, I bought into that a lot. I was like, oh shit.
I know. I think France cried when he was like on the plane with Happy, and he was like, "Let me make the suit."
Yeah.
I really wanted them to play the song and then do things. It didn't work out like I wanted it to.
I love that he was like, I love Led Zeppelin. I was like, AC/DC.
No, that's not.
But Happy didn't correct him.
Yeah,
Happy didn't correct him.
He's like 16.
Yeah. Stepdad Happy, or he thought he was. Not really.
know.
Step uncle.
So
That was funny too.
that was pretty funny.
That scene where he asked,
Yeah.
"What are you?" and
He's
they
like, "Oh, we're dating," and she was like, "We're just gonna see where it goes."
Yeah, you stay a strong, independent woman. Marissa Tomei.
I was like, "What?"
She was great in the movie too.
She was great.
She was in there briefly, but she's great.
But the fact that she like was about him being Spider-Man, it wasn't like you can't do this. It's dangerous, whatever.
No.
She was like, "Pack your suit."
No. We
I
went
like
from
that.
So
what
cool.
the before,
Right,
Yeah.
right,
so
right.
she's totally like
Yeah.
With
soccer
the
mom in
shits.
it. She's like,
making
you
him
go
shake hands, kissing
Yeah.
babies.
pack this fucking suit,
Yeah,
which
good thing.
well, and a security risk, but yeah, fuck
but
it.
you know.
Which is great because now we know that Aunt May got caught in the snap. The
Oh, and then
Russos put that out there, so for her to come back and be like, have experienced that,
Yeah,
and then it's like, yo, now we need you out here in the world, B.
yeah.
Can we talk about the humor? Because I feel like that's a big thing that was in Homecoming that I really loved in this one. They did it so well. I thought it would be like some of them were like same jokes, but like the blip when it was like, oh, they were gone, and then they came back and they were like in the middle of the basketball game.
Oh, the whole band
Yeah.
shows
The
up.
whole band was there.
So that's part of the beginning of the movie, right?
Yeah.
Which starts with Whitney Houston. When I heard that music, I was like, "What the fuck
then
is this?"
When it had when it said not
Getty
Shudder,
Images.
Getty
Getty
Images.
Images.
Oh my god! First of all, that was like we all agreed like that was like probably the best part of Homecoming.
was
Those
literally
student made
Yes.
the news videos. So they start with that, and
The
then
other guy's like pissed. He's like, yeah, like I was little, and now my little brother's older than me.
what the fuck, right? Like, Big Mouth. Yeah, those are fucking great. And like they start with that, and they're like, I felt the Marvel movie makers were telling us, all right,
Yeah.
yeah,
get
you
it.
cried.
Explain this to me.
No, not just that. They're like, okay, dry your fucking tears.
Right. Yeah. It's true.
Okay.
When they showed Black Widow, I was like, what? And I was like, oh right, she died.
Oh my god, you forgot.
I was
Dang,
like,
she didn't
why
get
are they
that?
showing her? Oh right.
She didn't get. I keep trying to
It's
tempt
the fact
France
that
to
she's
oof.
gonna-
I keep trying to.
He did it once.
Did he?
He did.
I did. See,
but
I'm
he
telling you,
hasn't done it again.
I have.
I've been like,
It's
wait.
not
I
a
keep
problem
tempting him, so
anymore.
I keep doing
He's
it.
gonna
All right,
do
sorry.
it.
That's
It's not a problem
That's our
anymore.
own internal
Yeah.
problem. It was never a
Oh
problem.
no, it was a
It
problem.
was gonna.
We
it-
love you.
All right.
Yeah. I mean, it was an issue.
And
That's to oof.
And oof.
it's
Well, that title. No, anyway,
You did this.
those newsreel things, they're
God, so good.
great.
And then the fact that she was like in the movie, I loved that.
oh, Betty.
yeah,
Yeah,
Betty was
that's her
in
name,
this
Betty.
movie.
Betty Brandt. Yeah, who's a main.
Oh.
She works at the Daily Bugle in the comics.
In the comics, yeah.
She's J. Jonah's assistant secretary for a long time. On and off fling with Peter Parker for a time.
Hey.
No, it's with what's his name now?
No, in the comics. But in the
But now was Ned.
Yo, that
was
plane
the
ride.
funniest
Yo.
thing. Like, hey babe, will you get this? He's like, what?
Right? Oh, right off the plane on the tarmac.
What happened to being single in Europe? Bachelors in Europe.
Oh,
Peter,
my God.
that was a younger me, whatever.
He went off.
Their relationship was so like, oh,
The humor beats
yeah,
frequent, very, very good.
great.
Very good. Let me ask you a question.
Ask.
Ooh, question.
Not to go as far as again, full spoiler, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not to go as far as to think that he was a Skrull, but did you think Nick Fury was off his game? Did you notice
Yes.
Yes.
how off his motherfucking game he
Yes.
was?
Didn't I say this when we did the Captain Marvel? I was like, yo, I swear to God that like Nick Fury's gonna be a Skrull.
You
Like
did
because he
say
was like,
that.
oh, what am I gonna do? Like, what job am I gonna have? And they're like, oh, you could be Director Fury. And he was like, ha ha ha, I could never do that. And I was like, yeah, you're about to be.
So
I don't think he's been since then.
no,
there's no way.
No.
But-
Nick Fury was at Tony's funeral.
Wait a
Exactly.
minute. No, but this Tony reference, this Fury mentions the funeral.
Yeah, but that he
He's-
would know
yeah,
that.
yeah,
he
he
would
would-
know
he
that.
might know that.
It's just
The-
information.
He was like, I haven't seen your sister. Like he
Yeah,
that
but
could
that's
have
just like
that could have been Nick Fury telling
he
him,
was
okay,
briefed.
we-
All right,
The
all right,
scroll
all
was
right.
we haven't
all right,
seen this
all
kid
right.
since the funeral.
All right.
I think my theory is, well, first of all, yes, I noticed it too. I'm glad you picked up on it. I think we were meant to.
I was like, he's not.
I would
acting
hope
right.
so.
We were meant
Like,
to
this
because
is not right.
yeah, because Fury was so off his fucking game,
So off.
and we were like, really, you didn't catch all this?
Yeah.
But when they revealed it, them in the car, and then they show Fury up in space.
I know.
I mean, my first thought was, is he doing sword? Is that what this is?
What's that?
Sword, shield.
Yeah, sword is like the space version of Shield. You know,
I actually didn't think of that.
because I'm like, what the fuck else is Nick Fury doing off world?
Right. And like Shield is like not a thing, right? Is it a thing?
If it is, it ain't. You
After
know what
the
I mean?
blip, like
It hasn't been
If it is,
in
it
the
ain't.
movies
Right.
since.
Right.
He hijacked the helicarrier,
right.
in Avengers 2 or something like that. But
Yeah, so if it is, it ain't. Maybe it's a very small like fringe division, but it's nowhere near what it was. But oh yeah, real quick, going back to the blip thing.
yeah.
I'd like to think that Hulk wished that everybody came back safely, because seeing the
Sorry.
band appear in the gym mid basketball game, I was like,
we're like on a plane.
exactly. Okay.
It's terrible.
You
And of course I thought of other scenarios,
Man,
but I'm
oh
going
my
to
I didn't
God.
even
spare
think
you
about that.
all of them.
wow.
Okay.
Oh,
I would like to think
You
that
were on a
Hulk said,
cruise.
right, that they came back safely.
Yeah,
right?
they're okay.
Mhm.
I don't
Sure.
think they got spliced into another person's body.
You were in a car. Now you're just in the middle of an intersection.
Right. Listen, I don't. Yeah, so I don't know how the rest of the world was in, but I think we're meant to just don't think about it, just
Right.
laugh and move on.
Right.
Right.
That's the tone that
Yeah.
I took from the film starting off.
But like, okay, I was a little confused as to who blipped and who didn't. Obviously, that Asian kid like became an adult, and they were like, "Look, he's all like hot now."
Right, but
So like,
what I got from that was he didn't get
he was
snapped.
the only one who didn't get snapped.
He was one of the few that didn't get snapped.
okay.
But the reason why he's still in their grade is because like post snap school wasn't a thing probably for a while.
For a while, yeah.
And then, like,
it was
maybe-
let's resume.
Right, and then it probably had just started up a little bit right before Hulk snaps the band back.
Okay.
And then, things are just getting back to normal. So that kid now,
He's like, I gotta go back and finish school.
right, he has to go back and finish school.
Yeah, they mentioned it in their first video why
They
they did
did.
it.
They did say like, oh, we had to start the year over again.
Right.
But I was like, what's with this kid?
What's with this man?
This man.
What's with this grown ass
I know,
man?
this poor guy. Just
Yeah.
get your GED, man.
Zendaya, I loved her.
She's great.
She was hilarious.
Yeah.
Timing, everything was great. She's so likable.
Yeah.
She's
She's someone who's surprising me, to be honest. Like, not that I thought she wasn't good. I don't think I had any thoughts about her at all. But like now seeing her do like Euphoria, seeing her be like, even just from when she did Homecoming, I was
Right.
like, who's this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's great.
Like,
Why does she make all of your faces?
She does make all of my faces. It is true.
and the other thing is, like, I've accepted she's not Mary Jane Watson. And to be
No.
Right.
fair, Kirsten Dunst, whatever her name is, wasn't Mary Jane Watson
No.
either in terms of like personality or any
Yeah.
of the storylines that she follows in the comics.
No,
Facts.
she
None
didn't.
at all. So I'm
Or
like,
even a cartoon.
right.
It
So
wasn't.
if you allowed for that, then I really like what they're doing with MJ now.
like it.
She's a more likable character, period.
Yeah.
And I'm with it.
I mean, I like what they're doing with all the characters. Like Flash, France has this idea that they're trying to make Flash into Venom, which I don't
Really?
think is possible.
I think they're trying to do
It
it.
does make I came up
How?
with this whole alternate story.
Because they've
Where it's
already.
like, so basically, when he was like, "Oh, where's I haven't heard from you guys in a lot of days," he's talking to his parents in his text
Yeah.
message, and then he comes like, "Oh, mom couldn't be there." I had this idea that what's his name from Venom, the scientist guy who wasn't very scientific, Riz Ahmed,
Yeah.
the pilot,
Yeah.
is actually his dad, and that his mom. Right, his mom is upset because he died in the whole thing, and she's trying to avenge him, and then she brings on another symbiote, and then it gonna attach to Flash.
Wow, y'all motherfuckers really thought about this.
Yeah,
I
was
took
really
it-
tired one night. And
I just took it like on some Billy from Stranger Things shit. That those are just the subtle messages, even from Homecoming, where like his
Yeah.
parents give him things, but
Mhm.
they're not involved in his life.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, he's a douche, but his out is that he's parents.
Or he's gonna be Green Goblin.
And that's probably also why he just loves Spider-Man, because it's a male figure for him to look up to.
He hated him, and then he's all like, "Yeah."
I mean, we could all be right.
I know, right?
Facts.
But that's all I took from it. But maybe Sony has already, and Feige has kind of already said that a Venom Tom Holland Spider-Man crossover
could happen.
Yeah. So by not ruling that out, I'm like, then that's the Venom we're getting.
Happen.
But yeah, you're right. In the comics, Flash Thompson does eventually.
He goes through a whole process. Joins the military.
Yeah.
Gets training. Loses his legs. Then becomes.
Oh my
Venom.
God.
Yeah.
Sounds really intense. I don't think they're gonna go that far with the 17.
He's got a long way to go.
Spider-Man just trying
Butterfly
to get my way
effect.
home. Right?
Oh my God.
Spider-Man just trying to go home.
Jeez.
That's the next one.
Okay, so before we move on, we have to talk about that last scene that I
Sure.
was in.
Yeah.
Where
Literally. No.
I was there. I was on the steps, the post office, 34th Street.
They filmed it on 34th.
They filmed it there. I
they
had
did.
pictures. But so he's there. He drops off MJ, and then it's like, bam, you killed everyone. Or no, not everyone.
killed Mysterio.
You killed Mysterio.
Yeah, they fucking edited the clip to make it look like
like
that he killed Mysterio and that he was with killing everyone.
Yeah.
right. He's like, can't. When he said that,
Exterminate
too,
them all. It was weird.
I was like, that's a weird.
Execute them all.
statement.
Execute. Yeah, that was weird.
I was like, why would that be the call? Like, why is that?
I thought that too.
And then I
Same.
was like, something's wrong.
It was a
But
good
then
setup.
Joe Jameson
Yeah.
has a podcast apparently.
No, France, give that.
No, it's like.
Tell
It's a podcast.
So we watch it and he's like,
Not
"Oh my
just any.
God, he did it! Oh my God!" And then you see the edited footage. You're like, "Oh my God, he did it!" And you're like, "Damn, yo, he make him like he did it." And then it's like, J. Jonah Jameson of the controversial Daily Bugle
.net.
.net, and not even
And they
.com.
brought him back.
They brought him. J.K. Simmons is like,
It's
They
him.
brought him back.
"I know it. He's
I'm
a menace."
telling you.
They
He's
did
like
it.
that guy who smashes the mugs when he talks about the like Dow.
Mad money dude.
Yeah, that's who he is now.
Yo,
Different hairstyle.
they're wearing a vest.
We're
Wearing a blue vest.
He's
He
modernizing.
looks like a conspiracy theorist.
It's not a
Infowars shit.
newspaper
Facts.
anymore.
I was like, but he makes his claim, and then we kind of get the environment for Spider-Man that we've been waiting for, because
Yeah.
everything's been
Everybody
really good
hates
for him.
Well,
now-
good. He did good.
Things have been good for him. He was
Yeah.
out. He was out here doing shit on
People were
YouTube,
like, do a flip.
catching a
You know what
bus,
I mean?
and then Tony Stark is like, "Here's some
Is
money,
this your bike?
Oh, come on.
money."
He lost Tony.
No.
Come on.
And then he loses Tony, but then the world is like, "You're gonna be Tony Stark."
He
We
lost the
love you."
girl he liked.
Got some dope ass glasses.
Oh man, that was the best scene in
Edith.
movie history.
Even
Dead,
Even
I'm the
dead,
hero.
I'm the hero.
That was
Yes.
great. And then we get this moment, and now we're thrown back into the comic book Spider-Man with the city. Now the city hates his guts. How does he do
But I
his
feel like
thing?
this is even higher stakes. Like you're
yeah.
also a murderer.
Oh yeah, now he's
Like,
they
Yeah.
come for
we're
him.
after
Well, they need a
you.
reason to hate him. That's a good
That's
reason.
an intense reason.
Yeah.
So there's that, because people did
See,
die. They talk about the
Fuck
casualties.
Mysterio,
Yeah, but
that's
there's
all
also
I'm
the
saying.
flip that they don't just hate him for the murder and the violence, but they spin it like Mysterio says he says he wants to be the next Tony Stark no matter what or whatever. So it's also turning the love that the world has for Tony Stark against him.
It's a hate
Right.
for Spider-Man.
Right, which is clever.
But
I'm
Spider-Man's
scared.
Tony.
Well, the thing is too.
Spider-Man's not.
I mean, when I
Tony,
saw
but
it, I
it's
thought-
No, like damn,
Hey, they played the music, and that was a great scene.
Tony.
See the look that Happy gives him. That
that
was
was
like,
sad.
that hit me in the feels. Seeing him, do the work. Spider-Man,
Yeah.
Peter with a budget has always been the thing we wanted to see.
Yep.
Because he's like diving in dumpsters to build these shooters.
Yeah.
But the first thing I thought when they did that was like, oh, that's so cool. They hate Spider-Man now. But then I was like, wait a minute.
It's dangerous.
He's friends with Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
There's scrolls in the universe. You can be in the same
We can
place.
resolve this pretty quickly.
You
I
can be in the
guess.
same place. But what I'm hoping for Spider-Man 3
Mm-hmm.
is that this media-driven making a pariah out of Spider-Man thing,
Yeah.
led by J. Jonah,
Mm-hmm.
that he puts a bounty up on Spider-Man, and we get Kraven the Hunt.
Oh, I know that.
I mean, what better time
Just such an organic way.
to bring in a plot like that, right?
Yes.
I would love that.
He's hired. Oh my goodness, that's
that would
great.
make sense. But I also think that he's going to die.
Who?
Tom Holland. I mean, Spider-Man. I think they're gonna kill him. And then bring in Miles.
You have been
She wants
saying
Miles
this a while.
badly.
and
I know, and I was right about the scrolls, so
I don't think they need to kill the Spider-Man to bring in Miles.
First of all, we love Marvel. But fuck Marvel because they fucked with our heads and made us think that the multiverse is about to pop off in live action. I'm mad.
And then they made
I'm mad.
Now wait a minute.
I mean, it still could be real.
Yeah, remember I said.
Oh no, they mentioned it in the
could be
Doctor
lying.
Strange stuff. During Doctor Strange, they mentioned the multiverse. Like it comes up as a idea.
Doctor Strange 2.
Yeah, I might go into that more, like the actual factual. But I'm saying just because Mysterio and his scientist writer criminal buddy came up with that bullshit plot that tricked the not Nick Fury, just because he came up with that doesn't mean that it ain't a thing.
I want to know what
true.
they were drinking at the Starbucks when they came up with that screenplay to be as Mysterio.
Oh my god. No, the best part ever was like, so you don't need a cape? No, I still need the cape.
They keep cutting to her. She's like furiously
steaming
steaming it. Is it what was her name? Katie, Karen,
Something like that.
Something like that. No, I still need the cape, Karen.
Still need the cape. Because he was an actor. He's like, this was his moment.
That's when I thought you loved him.
No, I don't like him at all. But I understand
Wow.
the beats and the moments and the motivation.
Okay.
I get it.
It was a fun movie.
It was.
I want more.
Did we rate it? We did.
We did.
We did. I want more.
Well, we'll see. I think they left it so open for so many things to happen. It's
Yeah.
very exciting.
I'm very excited for the next phase.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, whatever
Whatever it's gonna be, I'm like, they left the door open.
And
So much.
Maybe one last thing. There was a lot of people were dissecting this online. This scene when Spider-Man is standing next to like something in New York, and there's like a sign behind him that says "The future is bright" or "The best is yet to come," and then it's like 1.2.3 behind him. Like
What does it
like maybe it's a
mean?
sign that's put up before something that's being constructed. But since it doesn't say what that is, a lot of people are interpreting that like to the head, like Fantastic Four. But it could just simply be just saying
what
Phase
we
4.
thought.
Yo,
when he flies through that like building that had the trees and
I'm
stuff.
like, if that's the Baxter building, I don't know what is.
They don't say what it is,
They don't
but
say what it
that's
is.
the old Avengers Tower. I'm pretty sure that was the old Avengers Tower.
Oh, it was right
so
behind
it is
Grand
the
Central.
Fantastic
Yeah.
Four now.
So
Hmm.
they don't show that, but and it doesn't mean that sign is near that building,
Right.
But that's a lot of people were looking at that like, definitely closing Phase 3 into 4.
They really should bring Fantastic Four.
We'll know in a few weeks. I mean, San Diego Comic-Con's right around the corner.
Oh yeah,
And
John Krasinski and his wife.
I hope so. Emily
I'm
Blunt.
about it.
Emily
I love
Blunt.
her so
Emily
much.
Blunt.
I'm rooting for you. We're all rooting for you.
Please, no, seriously, please.
Really though.
Word, do it.
All right, so we're gonna go into some stuff that's coming soon. We won't keep y'all very much longer. Go see. I mean, if you've already seen it, you've probably already seen it.
Yeah,
go
we-
see
We
Spider-Man.
spoiled the fuck out of it if you
We
haven't.
really did. I'm sorry,
No,
but
I'm not.
there's some trailers. Some we're excited about. Maybe I don't know. We'll get into it. Let's start with Charlie's Angels.
Okay.
I'll be back. No, no.
Okay, let me just say this because I'm a lady. Okay, I'm a lady.
Oh, so you okay?
Everyone's excited because Elizabeth Banks has created this Charlie's Angels. She's rebooting Charlie's Angels. It's like, yay, ladies, writing, directing.
Wait.
Whoa,
When you
whoa,
say
whoa.
making, she's literally
Yes.
responsible for the bringing
Yes.
back of
She
this.
is responsible.
She did it. She
Elizabeth
wrote it. She
Banks
directed it.
Okay.
Wrote it, directed it. I would like to be excited, but I'm also not a white woman. So
You're not.
not as excited
We
as
have
other
video
people
evidence
maybe.
of this now. Yeah.
But I don't know. It just looks like an extended Ariana Grande video, like a music video. That's what it looks like to
I
me.
mean, she was singing.
She was
in
singing
the
in the background, and then I was expecting her to like pop up. But it doesn't look much different from like the original Charlie's Angels.
I mean,
Like, yeah, they're doing more.
Wait.
They're doing more
When you
fighting
see
choreography and
when
stuff.
When you say
but I'm
the
like,
original,
okay, not like original.
you mean the remake?
The remake before
The
this.
Drew
remake.
Barrymore, Cameron Diaz,
Right, Lucy Liu. Yeah.
Bill Murray.
Yeah,
Yes.
as Bosley.
So like,
That one.
it just looks like pop to me, and like I'm gonna go see it. I'm just not.
What's her name?
Super excited.
Naomi.
Naomi
Scott?
Campbell. What is that her name? Who? Was,
Princess Jasmine.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Princess Jasmine is in it.
She's in it.
She's. But she also is like the one that's not.
Kristen Stewart.
she's,
She's in it.
reasons why I'm not gonna see
I will
it
say
opening
this.
weekend.
I will say this. Her hair looks amazing.
It does.
It does.
It looks like a good
And they
look
wear
for
lots
her.
of wigs in this trailer, so.
Oh, mad wigs,
Randomly,
wild
but they
reveals
weren't
and
like
snatches.
amazing. Okay, I'm sorry. I watched RuPaul's Drag Race, so my wig
So their wig budget
barometer.
The
is-
standards are up.
Exactly. So she took off one wig, and I was like, "Oh, look, your hair is regular."
Still there.
Yeah, it shouldn't be like that. It's not how wigs work.
Yeah. It's like it should be like what?
I think it was the homie Skylar, Ezel from Black Mirror Problems, who was like, "This is like it should have been on Freeform."
Yeah,
I was like,
I would
wow. Which is, I mean, Cloak and Dagger looks good. It looked better than that.
That's on Freeform.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what else is on Freeform?
No.
Grownish.
Oh, nice.
Full circle.
Nice. All the circles are full.
Yeah.
The circles are grande.
Oh, Ariana.
I'm not really hyped for this movie at all. Patrick Stewart is in it as well.
Who is he? Is he Charlie?
Well, based on what we saw, we have to assume he's the villain.
They look like they were gonna make him the
that
villain,
would make
I
sense.
guess, because they showed him.
Because it would be like a
Yeah.
twist.
Yeah.
Not
Like we know
anymore.
him, and then he's
Not
Or maybe
anymore.
he's the old Charlie,
Wait.
and now he's the new. And now he's the
When was the
villain.
last time we seen him as a villain? Patrick Stewart.
Patrick Stewart a villain?
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen him as a villain.
Have we? Was the closest thing to a villain the character he played on
Look cute.
American Dad?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
yeah, totally.
No, seriously, I don't
Yeah.
remember.
I mean,
and
low-
then
low-
even then he's just like a CIA.
Was he
piece
low
of-
cuter? What was it? I can't remember his name. And he's the Borg.
No,
But that's not like him. That's like a special circumstance.
Or when Tom Hardy plays a young clone of him.
Oh yeah, everyone forgets it's Tom Hardy.
Everybody wants to forget.
Mm.
I'm
Always
everybody.
remember.
I'm bitches.
And then like behind scenes. Can you imagine him dressed as Borg, like petting dogs?
Now
You
I
can.
I can't unimagine it now.
So cute.
I'm sure it's on his gram somewhere.
It's creepy
I
and
can't
cute at the
de-imagine it
same
now.
time.
Yeah, Charlie's Angels. It's gonna be a movie eventually in theaters near you.
I don't even know when it comes out.
If you're hyped for
November.
it, don't.
November.
Oh, that's gonna be a heavy month.
It's far.
If I'm just saying, a lot of competition. If you're excited for it, I hope you don't allow us to
Yeah,
dull your
don't-
excitement.
Go see it. It doesn't look like it would be like a detriment to anyone. You know what I mean? Like,
No, yeah,
it'll be fun.
Just
whatever.
know that your ticket will come with a lot of legroom because
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think this is the moneymaker. But you know,
No.
okay.
I've been surprised before, so a lot of women empowerment, women empowerment things in film are showing up way more frequently, and sometimes that niche will get that audience in the room.
Yeah,
So,
I mean it's fine. That's
it's
what
possible.
I'm saying. Like I'm a lady. I get it. We're excited.
When does Mulan
Please.
come out again? Next year.
Next year.
Yeah.
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 Crouching Tiger, Hidden Mushu next year.
Oh, we're going right into that.
Yeah, let's do it. I mean, I
Mulan.
liked this trailer better than the Charlie's Angels trailer.
Oh yeah, this was a trailer.
I was kind of expecting it to be terrible, so probably was surprised at anything I would have seen.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But it looked really good, actually.
Word.
I was surprised. And then I was like upset because I was like, oh, you're not going to have Mushu. And then you're like, man, you think about it, like that character's probably pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Well, when I heard that it wouldn't have Mushu,
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
wasn't gonna have Huns. It
Wait,
wasn't
it's
gonna
not
have.
going to have Huns?
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does.
No, they said it wasn't gonna have.
It's just
Huns.
Mongolian. It's Mongolians. They're the Huns.
But it's
They
not
weren't gonna
like
call
the
them Huns.
story.
I'm just
Oh,
saying.
they're not gonna call them that.
Not gonna have Huns. Not
They're
gonna
gonna have the
not gonna have Mushu. Not gonna have songs.
It's not going to have songs?
No songs.
What?
When I
But
heard,
mysterious says the dark side.
Which makes sense to not one Asian person in the world.
I'm just saying,
I
when
guess
when I heard that they're not gonna have any of those three things, I really was wondering, and what the fuck is this gonna be?
It's directed by Christopher Nolan.
It,
Wow.
That's what
but after seeing the trailer, I mean, friends, you making a joke, but I was like,
Yo,
oh,
it looks like a Shang-Chi
okay.
movie.
Yeah,
a movie.
they're making this into like a giant war epic, like one of those. It's gonna be, one of those Chinese war movies that they show nonstop at the Chinese restaurant and you stream on the
It
TV.
Yo,
No, I'm
dead
serious,
ass, yo,
but
dead
no
ass.
wiring.
No
This is
wiring.
gonna be
You like-
grounded
But it also like
Mulan warrior.
and it looks like Mulan was like, I want to be a fighter. Like
Yeah.
like
And
before
that
she
she
just
was
did it to
good
like
at
save
it.
her dad or whatever. It was
Yeah.
like, no, I trained to do this.
Yeah. So
And like
I'm
she
like,
didn't even
okay.
look like she was dressing up. Like her hair
Oh
was
yeah,
out.
and
she's fighting.
I'm already prepared for this to be Alexi's favorite.
That's right. She's into the badass.
If it's
characters.
a badass female who takes no shit, she's on board, and she
do
replaces
this.
whatever the last one was.
Captain Who?
Yeah,
Like,
like according to her,
Marvel, what?
according to her, please don't cringe. She's a child. According to her, Princess Jasmine would kick Captain Marvel's ass, because that was the latest thing that she saw.
Oh, okay.
And then
I get
Bo
it.
Peep
No,
will
that
kick
makes
both
sense.
their asses.
Ah,
So she's on Bo
I'm
Peep
down with
now.
this.
Okay,
Okay.
whoever the prominent, powerful
this.
female character is, she's on it. She then whatever.
I'll take it.
So
Okay.
Mulan will probably be up there for a while
Yeah.
Wow.
since she's sword wielding too.
I can't say that I'm excited to see it because I still, have my reserves. Disney remakes. I don't know.
Well, I'm
But
excited.
we'll see.
That's why I'm excited to see it though, is because Fu Mulan is that's a real historical thing.
Yeah.
So
like,
now
exactly.
now we're actually getting something with mild historical accuracy, and I'm far more interested now in that retelling.
Don't act like Disney can't fuck it up.
No, yeah, but
Yeah, but now I'm interested.
But if this is a genuine attempt at doing that, France, I'm interested to see where they could apply that in some of their other
You mean
stories.
retroactively or moving
Like
forward?
Little Mermaid.
Moving forward in the remakes, like when they go
Oh.
to Hunchback of Notre Dame. Anyone?
they're gonna do all of that.
How would they do that one?
That have to be centered around ableism.
Ah,
And can't call them gypsies.
okay.
Facts.
No, you cannot.
They are the
See?
Roman. They are the Romany.
See?
cannot.
So that's what I'm saying. I'm interested to see how they try to see. I like cultural sensitivity and stuff like that when it's like accurate, not pandering. That's why we had an issue, I think, with Beauty and the Beast
Yeah.
when they
Yeah.
had like mad black people in the wigs in that village.
Yeah.
in,
There's like
You're like,
France,
what?
circa whatever, and I'm like,
this looks like Hillary
Doesn't
Clinton
seem
doing the whip
correct.
names.
yeah, I'm like, they all got hot sauce in the bag. Anyway, yeah.
You know what I'm excited for? Someone to make an original movie.
Are
I'm excited.
we going
for,
back to that one
a
day?
story
Sorry,
that's
cover
not
your ears,
already
Mickey.
made that
Mm.
then becomes a movie. That
Please.
would be cool.
We can't call this episode, or talk about how they're all full of the circles and then
I'm
ask
just
for
saying,
originality.
like a real story. I don't know.
It's Charlie's Angels.
What was
okay?
that meme that was like Toy Story 4, like all these movies, and he was like, "What year is it?"
It was
Oh.
Toy Story,
Aladdin.
Aladdin, Lion King,
Lion King coming soon or some shit
yeah,
like
something
that.
like that.
And it was Robin Williams and Jumanji
Yeah.
with the full beard. Like, what year is
What
it?
year is it?
that? Yeah,
That's gonna be every day though, because next Lion King is coming out. Actually,
Yeah.
we just did Men in Black. Like,
It's
We're
all-
getting some new stories. Yes, like Men in Black is the
Same
new
things.
story. They're all the same things.
Yeah.
I was like, Harry Potter doesn't have any parents. Superman doesn't have any parents. Batman doesn't have any parents. Like, they're all the same thing.
I mean,
But
I guess
maybe it'd be worth, because I think we all feel like there are a lot of fucking retellings of shit.
yeah.
Maybe it might be worth in the near future to look at some of the more refreshing original things
Yeah.
coming out, like Gemini Man.
yeah,
Oh right.
Although I mean,
Forgot about
eh,
Will Smith plays Will Smith fighting Will Smith.
in Will Smith,
Will Smith.
Gemini Man.
Gemini.
Anyway, caught ourselves in a loop there.
I know.
see,
You know what we didn't talk about? Maybe we'll do next episode. We saw that Annabelle Comes Home movie.
oh,
Maybe we'll talk about it next time.
We'll talk
I
about it next
thought
time.
didn't y'all talk about a little bit? Oh, this is a trailer we talking
I
about.
think
We talked about the trailer.
Yeah, that's right. We did talk about the
Touching
trailer.
everything, the touching everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we saw.
Okay, all right, man.
More remakes. All right. Well, thanks for listening, everyone.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.
If you're watching.
If you're
If.
watching.
Yeah,
Shout out to my house because this is my house.
we're in their house.
My house. And I don't know if anybody noticed we had Spunky. This is my dog.
Comic-Con Spunky.
Comic-Con Spunky. Oh, shout out to Elmis who gave this to me. Thanks. I still treasure it.
You're a champ.
But check us next time when we will talk about Lion King, the animated film.
Listen,
Because it
they
is...
Beyonce
animated.
mo-capped.
Wow,
Yo.
like that lady who runs like a horse.
What? She was like on her... First of all, we know that they added a song for her because she's
Did they?
Beyond. They have to have. Come on, she's Beyonce.
I mean,
So are
she
you
can just sing.
speculating?
Can't you feel the love tonight? And that's fine.
I mean, that would make sense.
We
actually.
heard the clip of them singing it.
Did we?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
sent
Oh,
it
I
to
didn't
you.
hear
it
Her
was
and
on
Donald
the
I
internet.
Glover.
didn't listen.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
I think everything is going to be fine except her acting parts.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't know. She may have matured in a long way since Austin Powers.
I'll take you
Oh,
up
you
on
have
that
like
bet.
3 kids, and all of a sudden you can act.
Well, she
I
was
don't know
in
about you
Dreamgirls
can
after
act.
that.
Maybe better.
Oh,
And then she does the Etta James movie.
That
She's
was
an
not-
incredible performer, but not an actress.
Not an actress.
Agreed.
I mean, it's
See,
voiceover,
the voice
so
of-
let's
yeah, I'm
see.
thinking maybe.
I don't want the babe have to come at me. I don't want to say she like,
No.
oh, she makes J-Lo
Yes.
look like, Sophia Loren or something like that. I don't want to say that. So I'm not saying that
Not
No,
saying
we're
that.
not
That is
saying
not
that.
what's being
at
said.
all.
going on
I
here.
love Beyonce. I really
Yeah,
do.
Beyonce is the best.
Yeah.
Anyway, so check us when we see. I don't know what else is coming out. I don't even remember.
Oh, well, I'm
I'm
gonna
ready to fill this
It's
gap
like
though.
summer.
I'm dumb pet right now.
Lion King. It's summer. Okay, I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Everything's basically come out already.
true.
Next episode, it'll happen. Lion
Yeah.
King. A lot of other things.
Some other TV show.
Maybe more surprise news and some San Diego Comic-Con stuff.
Yeah,
Because by then, we should have some info.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
fantastic.
One day we're gonna go to that.
Yeah.
Y'all should like donate to us so we can go to San Diego Comic-Con.
We're lucky and happy that you're watching.
Yay! Also that.
Link
Love
to our
you.
PayPals down below.
But yeah, tell a friend and tell a friend. We love doing this. So
Like, share,
like,
subscribe,
share, subscribe.
comment.
Comment.
All right.
All right.
Later.
Bye.
That was a very high
Click.
click.
Everybody's ears.
I beatbox.
Oh my god.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Why don't you snare
The
that button?
hi hat.
Why don't you snare that button real quick?